Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
All right.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Thanks
so much.
for being here.
Yeah, thanks for these beautiful actual sounding glasses.
All right, I got to ask the first question. Guys, do you know what this podcast is called?
Give it your best guess.
Man,
Really delicious.
wasn't it something like No Compromise or something?
Yeah, no
Right?
compromise.
Yeah, or
Welcome to
something.
No compromise.
Episode 1. It's not. It's
It's
called
not.
Consistently Off, but we ask
Oh.
everyone.
We ask every guest
It
what
was
it's called.
something, yeah.
We
And
ask
no-
every guest, and I think
2 people have gotten it right.
is that
Yeah.
true? Well,
Hollis
Pritchard
and Pritchard.
says
Yeah.
you need to ask.
Yeah,
me.
Pritchard knew.
I'm ready.
He was a fan.
Oh, he did
I
like
need
homework,
to-
though.
yeah. Well, he was a fan of the podcast. He's like, yeah.
Well, shit, we are enjoying some cold, delicious Santa Ana River Brewing Company beer, and we're joined by Mr. Mike Santa Ana River Brew, Max. You guys are in a band together, and you're in this
And you're building mates. Yeah.
Yep, yeah.
So-
Neighbors now.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys.
All
Yeah.
of the above. Thanks for having us. What do we call this beer specifically?
Yeah, what are we drinking?
So right now we're drinking a amber lager called Ordelay,
Okay.
and it's about 5%, just kind of a traditional Mexican amber lager. I would compare it somewhat to maybe like a Negro Modelo
Okay.
kind of vibe on it.
I hear that.
It's
So,
tasty.
Just easy drinking, good for the summer. It's been pretty popular since we've released it. So yeah,
Do you have a
Nice.
base hop for this? I mean, I don't want to get too nerdy on the beer because I don't make any.
this one we used. They would call them noble hops, which are kind of an old like heirloom variety from Europe. We use saws and some pearl hops, so they're very minimal. It's more about just kind of the malt flavor and just having like a clean, crisp, dry finish on it.
Definitely for like Mexican beers, don't feel overwhelmed.
Yeah.
It's very easy drinking.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
delicious.
Yeah, it's
Well done.
It's yummy.
Thank you.
These are pimp-ass pint glasses, too.
Yeah, so you said you guys recently
Yeah.
just changed your logo too, right? How long? I mean, you obviously have glasses and merch and shit. So when was the logo
so
change?
We launched that last Friday. So right now we just got glasses and the new Crowler labels going, and then hopefully we're gonna have a merch shop going to shirts and hats and stickers, keychains, all that good stuff. So
Now there's a new logo. You have to reorder everything.
yeah, so we're definitely doing blowout sales on the
Yeah.
old shirts and
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
If any,
You gave us some of them, which is
Yeah.
good. Yeah. No, we'll,
so if
we'll
you need
remind
like
us.
a medium or a triple XL, totally got you covered.
Sweet.
Before you leave, remind us to get you 2019 tour shirts. We got
Yeah,
a
yeah.
lot of
Okay,
them.
sweet.
Yeah, you want some?
It has tour
Definitely.
dates from.
It's got
yeah.
dates on it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So you said there's 3 bands in the room that you're in, too? Because you got one drummer.
You said,
but
one drummer, 3 bands, right?
This is the man right here.
you're just
You are
playing everything.
that drummer?
I am that drummer.
All right.
And you brought us the koozies
Yeah.
from Blindboss.
Yeah. Shout out Blindboss.
This is
Yeah.
you?
Blindboss is just myself.
Okay.
This is you.
So that's technically one of the 3 drummers. I write, play everything, and perform it all live, record it all, and all
We
that.
know so many of the same musician people. Of course, we'll probably get it. Do you know a lot of the San Diego people down there? Avenue Army, I might think of Mainsail.
Avenue Army sounds familiar.
Mhm.
But San Diego bands, I'm pretty into like 31G and the Locust and all that shit.
Oh, hell
there
yeah.
you go. The Locust all day.
Yeah, they're like a top 5. Yeah.
Locust all day. So shit. So this is Reality Tunnel.
This is our new band's called Delic. So we
Say that
just
again?
got Delic.
DELE.
Yeah, so the
I-
last
I
half of
see.
psychedelic.
Like psychedelic.
Ah,
Yeah.
Delic. Got it. Got it.
So-
All right.
We're trying to just hit it hard and be pretty loud.
What's
Nice.
what's the main influences? What do you guys definitely have in common that you're trying to?
How long have you guys been jamming
Maybe
together?
like Dillinger, Pantera, and the
Whoa.
Locust type shit.
Yeah, I
Heavy
was gonna
shit.
say besides Motorhead, what does
Okay,
it sound like?
yeah. I mean, yeah, they're obviously the best. So like,
That's great. So how long you guys been jamming?
Well, it's funny because one of our mutual friends, Mike and I met probably like over 15 years ago when we were both teenagers at a friend's house.
Okay.
And he's always been a great guitar player. We jammed probably a little bit back then. And then Mike moved up to Northern California. We lost contact. And a mutual friend from that other friend got us back in touch when he had his old room here. Like, what, 2.5 years ago?
a couple years ago. Mhm.
Okay.
And we started jamming some of the songs at least one of the songs, Quarantine.
Yeah.
That we play now.
More than ever,
then.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. And so, yeah, we practiced at his, I think he was mentioning his old lockout in Santa Ana, and then we moved it to my house, and now I'm moving, so we moved in here. And then we're going to move into a condo together. So
there you go. There you go.
Hopefully, create a lot of music. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
So, yeah, I don't know. Probably practicing somewhat seriously since beginning of the year, I guess.
Okay.
Something like that.
Great.
Kind of on and off for a couple years before that.
Yeah, you said you've only been in the room you're in now for like a week or so, right?
Yeah.
So where were you guys before that? You were just
at his house, he had a room kind of dedicated to drum and recording.
Nice.
And then we were at the ones in downtown Santa Ana off 4th Street.
Okay.
With a couple other buddies that were in that reality
I know.
tunnel.
We were
group,
going to
so-
go to that spot.
Yeah.
And then we got someone to split this, and we can't.
Oh, yeah. It's hard to
Can't
pass
bail.
up, man. Yeah. So that's why I that one kind of fell apart. Got pricey as people kind of left the flock.
Yeah.
And, a little bit further away too.
Does
from
your
the brewery.
place have AC over there?
Your
No,
room.
I mean, hopefully soon. Now that we see your guys set up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we figure we're so far away. Maybe just like the unit's far, so it doesn't reach this room. Because this room would just be like 100 all the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like you can feel our vents wide open. It trickles
Yeah.
into this room.
There,
So
it does work,
we
but
did this.
barely.
Yeah. But I was just wondering, maybe you're closer, maybe it was better, but looks like this place just sucks.
Not really. It's pretty hot. Pretty hot with even us two in there, man. It's definitely got to open the door after about 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Take a breather. So if there's 3 of you guys in here, that's even crazier.
Oh, for sure.
Shout out Luke, Gemini.
Yeah.
You're watching.
Shout out. He's definitely watching. He has been watching.
But this place has been here for so long. You said like just between your two stories, there's 3 different times that this place has stitched you together. Like
Yeah, well, I rented here 13 years ago
No shit.
at the end of the hall. This
Nice.
is crazy. You mentioned Thrice earlier. This is where it gets crazy.
Okay.
So I had my first room with 2 bands, Sprawl Out and the Amoras.
Mm-hmm.
Practiced there for like 2 years left. And then I got the room right across, right here.
Okay.
And when I moved in, it used to be painted all black, and a podcaster was actually in there. She
There you
painted
go.
it all black.
Yeah.
And then I left it like that. It was pretty sick. And then when I moved out, Luke was like, "You're making way for Thrice's return." So Thrice had moved into that room, and they were in my old room the whole time I was in that room. And then now we got this one.
Yeah.
And so this is between the two of us, 4 rooms.
Yeah. If you go to the Gemini website, you get like their all-star Hall of Fame bands that have
it's
been
like
in here. It's,
Gemini is almost like a
Yeah.
Santa Ana fungus. Like it'll
Yeah.
it'll infect everyone just
Yeah,
a
yeah.
little bit. Like
a lot of good bands have been here.
Yeah, a lot of people have been through.
I mean,
here.
they must like the spot, It's like they could have like a crazy warehouse or something. But
Right, yeah.
I mean, they're
Yeah.
obviously keeping it real.
Yeah,
Coming back to
There's
Gemini,
not much to
getting
complain
crazy.
about other than the AC
and the internet.
and the Wi-Fi. Those 2 things. Other than that,
The parking's fine.
Parking's good.
Yeah,
Yep.
the walls work.
the walls. Yeah, the building doesn't collapse.
Their walls.
There are walls.
There's a door. There's lights. Yeah.
Yeah.
To Blindboss, real quick. How long have you been recording in that project? Because I've heard that name, dude. You hustle in that project. I hear it went.
Is that like just you, or what's the
Yeah.
story there? Yeah.
Yeah, so another complicated story. When I was in those 2 first bands, I was just playing drums, and I started writing music on guitar, and it was kind of like the song bank. It was called Chameleon Technology back then. Just like a stupid name, not really a panty dropper.
Yeah.
And
But the songs were under that name, or
yeah, and-
what's in a name?
Yeah.
so I got some experience recording, just like doing everything myself. And then I had started a band called Blindboss with 2 other friends. I was playing guitar and singing, had a bass player and a drummer. We came up with that name. And then that band ended. And then I took the name when I wanted to change it from Chameleon Technology back to Blindboss because I just loved the name.
Gotcha.
And had the idea for the logo. So that I've been releasing music under that name since 2016.
There you go.
Oh.
Okay. Great.
How many releases now?
There's 1 single, Blank Canvas, that came out in 2016, and then a full length, and I just released an EP in July.
Okay.
I do high quality music videos. I think I've got 4 released, a 5th one coming. I'll stitch together live videos. The live aspect we can talk about later, but that's
right, because you have a
projector.
projector and there's visual. There's a whole thing for your live set, right?
Yes.
I've seen video of your live set, like in a. I don't remember the venue that I was talking about. It was the first time I seen Blindboss, and I was like, "Fuck, that looks like a lot of going on for a live set."
Yeah.
So with that, I pre-recorded. I recorded the audio the same time as I did the album at the studio, but I did everything like a little bit faster because when you play live, like you want to fucking have it more high octane.
Yeah.
So I did the drums and bass a little bit faster, cued in some backup vocals, and then I play guitar and sing. And I filmed myself in costume as a drummer and a bass player, and synced it up with the audio. And projected it alongside myself.
So rad.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Super rad.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Well, you don't really have to argue with too many bandmates there, right?
Yeah.
That's good.
It's a good call.
Yeah, but it's funny because to tie it back into working with Mike is that I really miss the camaraderie of being in a band and like bouncing ideas off people.
Yeah.
And then when you're taking every role, there's a lot of like indecisiveness, and I just focus on drums for the most part. With
what
Mike,
about like being yourself alone on a stage while everything else going on? That's got to be different too. Like if you're just a lone wolf. Just you hit play and the ship is gone, dude. You're
That's
like,
right.
Let's keep going.
Space bar, but I built in like tuning breaks when I was called Chameleon Technology. I had actually done 2 like lower quality shows myself without any. It's been a whole learning experience for like the past 5-6 years.
Sure, yeah.
And when I changed the name to Blindboss in 2016, I already had some experience under my belt. So now I'm on version 4, and then I was gonna do a version 5 this year, but obviously with the global situation, there's no point.
Yeah.
So
you should just step up the video game at that point.
That's what I've actually been working on.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. That's cool, man. Fuck yeah.
So now, how many people are in Delic?
Right now, just us.
Just the
nice.
Yeah, hopefully we need one more nutball to join
Okay.
us. Yeah.
Well, are you ideally looking for a position, or could it be, I mean, like, maybe a keyboardist is your fancy, or you need a double neck bassist?
Yeah.
I mean, we're kind of thinking just crazy bitch playing bass screaming.
Yeah, dude.
That would be ideal.
Right. That's always ideal.
Crazy bitch screaming. Crazy bitch screaming.
Who can play bass? So, I mean, we might be waiting a minute for that. But,
Which is more priority, the screaming or the bass?
I don't know. We might be able to get through some of the songs if we had to sing them.
Which does she need to be better at?
Man.
Probably bass.
Probably.
Yeah.
Like,
hold it down.
You guys can.
Sure.
I think the 3 of us could probably handle vocals in a pinch.
Yeah.
But if I like playing drums with some of our stuff and sing, might be
pretty rough.
Very difficult.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it depends. Some songs I could definitely play guitar and sing to, but some probably no way without it just going off the rails.
So how long have you been going under the name Delic? You guys have jammed together before, but how long has it been Delic?
So we just finished recording all the vocals and all the tracks for first 2 songs. So next step, having our buddy hopefully mix and master them, and then maybe make some cool videos. And then, I'm just trying to reach out to a couple people about making, a band logo, some stuff like that.
There you go.
Artwork, and start creating.
When did it all start?
Probably back in January, before everything went to shit. Kinda.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's when we got like the most motivation, though.
Yeah, like there's nothing else to do.
Nothing else, and people are like, "Don't fucking like even." Like pet your dog, like
don't answer your phone.
And Mike and I were like, "Do you want to jam?" And
So the spare time, I guess, kind of worked out to tuning in a few songs.
Sure.
At first, we were kind of ambitious, had a concept album, but we tuned it down to about half those songs and really focused on 2 of them the past couple months to just get them dialed in and finish them up.
plenty of time to do the concept album. We don't think shows are coming back till like April.
So you know,
It's fucking nuts, dude.
I mean,
2022.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's a bummer for you guys because you guys played out a lot, right? I mean, you guys
that was our
hitting
bread
it
and
pretty
butter.
hard.
Yeah.
So I mean,
that
that's
paid for these walls and all that. So
Yeah.
once you take a live band, you take away the shows. We're like, well, are
Now
we
what? Yeah.
selling lighters? Or what are we doing? Are we
we can't twerk, so we're kind of screwed on the video aspect.
dollar
You
a
know, it's-
sticker? Anyone?
Dollar a sticker.
I know quite a few people who are sound people and live music venues, and
my
it's just
God.
like, man. So I guess
guess
any hospitality industry, entertainment, everything's just gonna just die. I mean,
I guess
think
we're just
it's
hanging
pretty
out.
On hold,
insane. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know. Don't want to get too into that right now, I guess. But
Well, everyone's locked down.
Yeah.
And obviously, we're all paying attention to social distancing and wearing our masks right now.
We're holograms.
Again,
all-
this is all
what are you
projection.
calling- we all got
Yeah,
tested.
we're all holograms. Yeah.
This is the Joe Rogan experience. We just got tested.
Yeah. Joe Rogan bought us our tests. Yeah.
He probably
it's
would.
actually-
Yeah.
It is just crazy to think that we've been in this shitstorm since March.
Since March.
Like we're in mid-September now. Is that 10 months?
Well, no, we're in the middle of
Is
the
that
ninth
1,000
month.
months?
It's
7.
7 years.
Is that like 65 decades?
It's been forever.
I think when we see people that we haven't seen since, it's going to be like, it's been forever since I've seen you. What's changed?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
I
haven't
still am
done
alive.
Shit. I
Hey,
couldn't do anything.
We didn't become junkies. That's like a good step.
High functioning
Like,
junkies, though. High functioning. Yeah.
Good for you. Way to keep it off.
I mean, I feel like that's the same for any performing artist or anyone in the hospitality industry, myself included, as a small business owner. It's just, what
Yeah,
are you,
so
what
how-
are you gonna do, man? It's
hustle.
To bring it
Man.
back to the beer, how's the brewery been doing? How have you been dealing with all this shit?
How long do you have to get locked down for?
Yeah.
So the first round of it, we had to completely go to a to-go and pick-up only model, which
Yeah.
wasn't ideal because as a small brewery, our scale, tap room is where you actually make your money,
Yeah.
selling directly to the customer that pint
Sure.
and making money off that. Then we had to switch to go, eliminate days. We've basically just been open weekends. Then in July, we were reopened for 2 weeks. Everything was kind of normal.
Yeah, that little pocket. Then
Then 4th of July hit.
Yeah.
Everything went to shit again, obviously. So then it was back to, delivery. And then about 3 weeks ago, we started the outdoor patio. But it requires us to have food.
Right.
Which, for small scale, you got to have a food truck or
Yep.
lock someone down to
Mhm.
commit to that. And now we're back indoors, reduced capacity, but also still have to have food lined up.
Sure.
So for us, that just kind of means weekends still. So, yeah, definitely just looking at the sales compared to last year, definitely not any better.
So support local breweries. Go buy their shit,
Yeah,
people.
any small business, man. Any
support
little
local. Yeah.
bar, anything.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, so tomorrow we're doing an event at Mission Bar, which is down off 3rd Street in Maine in Santa Ana.
Okay.
Yeah, hell
Really
yeah.
cool owners. Right off the get-go, they always supported us, bought our beers from us, and always try to keep on tap there. So we're releasing a new beer we brewed with a new brewery called Cerveza, which is opening off 4th Street also.
Nice.
And so we made a really dank double IPA. I brought some of that also today. And we'll also have a food truck, Tacos El Gringo, who have also supported us since we opened. They were there on opening day helping us out. And, it's cool seeing those small businesses grow, and then to just get nailed by this meteor.
Right.
Then you're just kind of
The
like,
big
all right,
equalizer.
we're just going to sit here and wait it out, I guess,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Well, you're lucky you have like a musical outlet to fucking keep you occupied.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
stuff.
that's why we
Yeah.
aren't playing smooth jazz.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's why it's as heavy as it is, right? Yeah.
There's definitely double bass and blast beats involved.
There you
a
go.
lot of screaming.
Yeah. Makes sense. Makes perfect sense.
Now, pretty much every time we have a guest, at least one of them is a drummer.
Yeah, we've had a lot of drummers, and I'm the drummer.
Drum off.
Yeah, right now.
Starts with an arm wrestle.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Are drums your first instrument or
Guitar was.
guitar was? Okay. What got you to drums then?
My mom always said, be a saxophone player because you could show up last and leave first but get paid the same.
That is
She
a
was
good
like,
point. That is a very good point.
Never ever be a drummer because you have to bring the most shit and set it down and
first one there, last one to leave. Yep.
Yeah. And I was like, fuck that.
Yeah.
My neighbors were really cool growing up.
Nice.
And so I got lucky because I just got high after high school every day and played the shit out of it.
Okay,
Probably like
cool.
15 onward, played every day for maybe 5-6 years until like life started. But,
Yeah. Who were your big drum idols growing up?
Top 2, Tre Cool from Green Day.
There you go.
And Gabe Serbian from The Locusts.
Okay. Fuck yeah.
What about
I don't
you?
know
you're
enough Locust music.
You're
but
right. So
Tre's,
there is a lot of blast beats involved. And a lot
yeah.
a lot of double kick. Yeah. Fuck.
How about you?
I'm a Keith Moon guy. Keith Moon is the reason I play drums.
yeah. Fuck
Yeah, so he's my number one, but I just like everyone. Tre is fucking insane, and metal in general. I'm a single pedal guy. I'm terrible at single pedal, but
You're terrible at single pedal.
I'm terrible at double pedal. Terrible at double pedal. Good at single
terrible
pedal.
at the snare.
Terrible
really
at
good
drums.
at the kit.
I'm the worst fucking drummer in the world. Yeah. But Keith Moon's like just kind of my number one, and everyone else is just
He definitely
great.
went off,
But
man.
yeah.
Everyone else is too.
Yeah, everyone else, exactly. Everyone else is two. Everyone else is tied for second. Yeah.
Buddy Rich, Meg White, 2.
Yeah. Same level. I've learned from both of them.
We shit on Meg White so much.
Yeah.
Well, Mike does mainly, but
Yeah.
It's about that
I think
feel.
it's funny.
Yeah.
I think it's rad.
It's kind of rad, but it's like, I mean, Jack White literally told her not to practice. Like, it's an aesthetic, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I think it's rad. They pulled it off.
They sure did.
Yeah.
no one knows if
She
they're
ain't
like
getting any
married
studio
or
gigs,
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah.
She's not
getting
coming in
hired
for
for
Steely
studio-
Dan.
She's like the best session drummer ever.
Laying down like some pretty beats.
Yeah.
My 13/8 reggae.
Yeah.
You just start getting credits somewhere, like Willie Nelson's all acoustic album. Drag Mag is on the drums.
Yeah. But shredding though.
Shredding.
Yeah.
Just sitting behind the kit, giving that look, just crushing it. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I don't
Argue
know.
with the success, I guess, right? I mean, it's pretty
Guitar
rad.
influences.
Me? When I started guitar, it was, I guess, kind of the Ramones and the Misfits.
There you go. Downstrokes.
Yeah. And then, after a couple years, I was I feel like kind of topped out with power chords. And then I just got really into Iron Maiden kind of era metal.
Nice.
Just being like, oh, this is way harder. But then once you kind of break through that, it's cool. And then just getting into stuff like Death and Carcass and bands like that, to where it's like, okay, this is definitely some next level shit. You got to really try. Which, I kind of like that, just pushing it like to the limits. So.
Sure.
And then always having that groove in there, obviously Pantera, stuff like that too, just super groovy. But
Dimebag all day, dude.
Yeah.
Dimebag all day.
Even with or without a rhythm guitar player, that's one of the best guitars to ever do the job.
You could tell he tried so hard.
Yeah.
Like all the time, he's just like playing his ass off.
Yeah. He never faked it. Yeah.
Never faked it.
So did either of you two do lessons at any point, or were you guys both super self-taught, or what's the story there?
For me, I took some classes when I was maybe 15 or 16 that I think Coastline offered. And after that, I got a couple private teachers. And then when I was at Orange Coast, I got involved with a couple teachers there too, getting some scholarship stuff. So
Just kind of floated around.
yeah, I kind of got into jazz there for a little bit.
Sure.
But yeah, I feel like the teachers for me helped me, I guess, move faster, because I didn't really start playing guitar till I was maybe 14, 15.
Okay.
So
Oh yeah, super
It definitely
late.
helped.
Oh,
Yeah.
totally way late.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like I know some people who are doing that at
At
their
2,
church
yeah.
when
Yeah,
they're 5.
born
and
with
it's
a
like,
guitar in their
geez,
hand.
like, man.
Yeah.
I wish my parents maybe do that.
Yeah.
So,
What about
yeah.
you, Max?
Had guitar lessons and drum lessons for like probably the first 6 months of each instrument.
Okay.
My
Nice.
dad's also a musician, so
there you
go. He would also, I would like play live and like sit in and play like, a song with like, just something stupid while they were playing live, and then
Nice.
he would also bring friends around to show me how to do shit.
Nice.
Every once in a while, or they'd be over, like, having a party or something. And they'd be like, "Oh, do you know this?" Or just giving me like tidbits. So I got pretty lucky there.
Great. You're getting like old man jam wisdom.
Yeah,
like poured into you already. That's awesome.
Like not even real like technique stuff, but like practical knowledge. Like I had this one drum guy come over, and he was kind of a hard ass, and he was weird. He's like, I use like a fucking nylon tip stick in my right hand, and I use like the butt end of the other stick in my left hand for the snare only. And then the one nugget that I took away from him, he's like, once you find good hardware, just stick with that.
Yeah,
and
that's a good tip for sure. Yeah.
So DW?
I'm Pacific, but yeah.
Pacifica?
But that's only because I'm cheap.
Oh.
Should be DW.
Yeah. Kits, what's your go-to kit?
Yeah, what do you got?
I've only had 2 ever. The first one I sold when I got this one. It was a custom kit called Ford drums, and they were here in Santa Ana, and it was 2 guys, and they like steam bent everything and cut the bearing edges in a fucking garage on 17th Street.
Wow.
Fuck yeah.
I just bought the 3 shells, and I have an accumulation of snares and cymbals.
There you go. Great.
Yeah.
Nice.
A collection, if you will.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So I just play like a 4-piece kit like Oliver, and just keep it simple.
Great. Yeah.
Do you have a one specific snare that is your sound?
Oh man, I recently, probably in the past 2 years, it's recent enough, I guess, picked up a Ludwig Supraphonic.
Like
okay. 6.
Like
a John Bonham style. I just switched back over to this Yamaha Oak Custom that I've had for a long time.
Okay. My first kit was a Yamaha kit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, they're underrated for instruments.
They really are.
There's a funny meme that says, they're the best musical instruments motorcycle company out there.
Yeah. They really are. And washing machine and refrigerator and What about guitars for you, Mike? What are you playing?
Right now, I've got a couple different teles I use pretty much for everything.
Okay.
With that heavy of music, you're going tele?
I have one that's kind of a weird. It's called 72 Deluxe, and it has.
Oh, it's got the humbuckers.
Yeah, I took those out and I put some P90s in it.
Okay.
So it'll really scream with heavy distortion on it for sure. So I like that, and it's got some push-pull pots, so you can do a single coil or the P90.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, there's a whole bunch. I got. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Depending on the guitar, it does a whole bunch of things that it shouldn't.
Yeah. So it's definitely weird. And then I've got the. It's an old model of the guy from Slipknot. He had a.
The Jim Root.
Oh, the Jim Root. Yeah, he plays
teles.
With
the ebony fretboard and the EMGs.
Yeah.
185. So that shit can crank. That's what's over there right now.
Crank.
So.
The EMGs are.
Yeah.
That's
a sweet
model.
guitar.
Yeah. It's a good model.
Yeah, it's a cool neck.
I also love it. Just like, oh, do you love the sound of a tele? Like, no, I just like how it looks.
Yeah.
I took on everything else. It doesn't sound like
it's
this
nothing
anymore.
like a tele. It just looks like a tele.
Slipknot, Telecaster. Like, why?
Yeah. It doesn't really make sense, but it's a fun guitar. The ebony neck is really fast, pretty nice on it, and
nice.
It's just got a good punch, for everything low end, and then it'll cut through high ends too. So yeah, I'm digging that.
Great.
Looks
I
like
love
we're all
Telecaster
ready for another
Yeah,
beer.
I think we're on round 2.
That's right. You're doing the tour guide of the alcohol.
Yeah,
tonight.
he is
Typically,
beer man. This is usually Craig's job.
Right,
He's like all out of place.
We'll bring on the guest and say, what do you want to drink? But you're immediately like, well, I'll bring beer. I'm like, well, that solves that
easy for
question.
you.
I'm not going to buy you Lagunitas. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I'm wearing a Lagunitas out right now.
Well,
Yay! Shout out Lagunitas.
They're probably one of the original breweries that got me into craft beer back when I was 20 years old or whatever.
Sweet.
Loggies all day. All
Loggies.
day. Well, we can talk about if you want to switch into beer love, I mean, it doesn't get more love of beer than right here.
Right.
Someone who has the passion enough to open a spot.
So what are you pouring us? What you got here?
So this was a collab beer we did with Rip Beer Co. down in Huntington.
Shout out Rip.
Okay.
Yeah, Rip's awesome. Ian and Danny are
I'm just gonna pass you my glass.
some of my bros, and they always help us out with just knowledge, general info, any issues we have, or questions, or hooking us up with ingredients, any of that. And
Probably about 3 years ago, before they opened up their location in Seal Beach, they used to be next to my buddy who does an art studio over in
Saturn over there. in Huntington.
Yeah, exactly, up Saturn.
Mhm.
And I met them back then, and they had a beer called Dan K, which they still do.
Yeah.
But it's so hard to get. They don't make that anymore, really. But it was my favorite beer, dude. Just because it's called Dank, that shit's hilarious. Is this mine?
Yeah,
I don't care. But yeah, Rip's one of my favorites. Before I started actually getting into going to other breweries and just seeing all that are available.
Ooh, smells nice.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
We have a history with them. We bought when me and the other owner of the brewery were just brewing in our garage when we were living together in this rental house. We found their original little pilot system, which brews 20 gallons of beer, and we ended up buying that off the original owners before they even opened their tap room. And so we recently just sold that. So it's kind of cool. Has some history in that little pilot system. It technically opened 2 local breweries.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah. 2 whole companies.
Yeah.
Those guys are awesome. Rip's great. Treated
Shout out
us
Rip.
out a lot, man. Yeah. So
Yeah.
if you get the chance, go
What do
down
they call
there.
this one?
So this one's called Deceiver of the Yeast,
Haha.
and it goes back to this band called Amon Amarth. They're like a Swedish death metal band that me and one of the brewers over there, Danny, are really into. And we ended up getting tickets, bringing them a bunch of beer last year when you could still go to concerts,
Nice.
Getting all trashed, obviously having a good time. And then this new kind of yeast came out in the past couple years, and it's from Scandinavia, and it's a wild cultured yeast. So we figured kind of fitting there.
Yeah.
They have an album called Deceiver of the Gods.
There you
So
go.
we named it off that, and
Perfect.
we made it at
This thing is tasty.
6.66%.
Finding like yeah, and finding like
So,
little reasons to have a name is way better than just like being like, this is called like ass kicker
Yeah.
USA. Like having it after something that means something to you is way cooler, especially when you have something like, there's this band I know, and then this yeast is made from it. So this is how we're getting there.
Yeah.
Hoppy
Way
beer
better.
number 213.
Yeah, right.
Really is exciting.
Formula
Yeah,
213, yeah. But this thing's awesome.
Yeah.
It's
Super
tasty.
smooth,
Thank
creamy,
you.
and like it's got that
So it's
Super bitey.
citrusy bitterness.
Yeah,
like
citrusy
all
thing.
like at the same time. Like stays
Yeah.
there, like there's a rind still kind of in my mouth. It's great.
Yeah, we put a ton of dry hopping, which is where after it's mostly done with fermentation, you dump hops into it. So we use a lot of pretty cool new varieties that aren't around a ton, but they have a lot of great fruit character. Like you said, I get citra, pineapple, stone fruit, like apricot, peaches
Yeah.
kind of out of it, and so it's kind of a hybrid style. It looks kind of hazy,
It looks hazy.
but it's technically the recipe was built on a West Coast, and we think the yeast itself had some type of effect on that, or maybe the wheat.
Yeah.
So it's just a funky yeast, and it's weird because it ferments at almost 100 degrees, where most beer we're fermenting at 66 to 68. So,
okay.
Yeah. So it's kind of a interesting, unique beer. I thought it turned out pretty cool, and we brewed one batch at their place that's on tap, and then we brewed a batch at our place also. So, but same exact recipe. It would be hard to tell the difference,
Yeah.
But it's cool to just both
Yours
have our
tastes
batches.
better, more love.
You can taste the love, and that
Yeah.
makes the difference. All the difference.
I love being lied to.
My question is, what? So you said Lagunitas is that beer that got you like, oh, I love this so much. I love beer now.
It was one of them. When I turned 21, I was living up in Mendocino County, really close to Lost Coast Brewing and North Coast. More North Coast, I guess, and at the time, Mendocino Brewing Company. So I just started buying that beer because it was around, and Lagunitas was one of them. And then when I moved back to Southern California, where I'm from, Huntington, I couldn't really drink Blue Moon anymore and stuff. So, so I'd have to go seek out, like, oh, do they have at least some Sierra Nevada or something familiar from up
Something,
there?
yeah.
That,
Something that feels like something.
yeah, that fun summer I had, and then
Yeah.
just kind of went from there. Eventually got into home brewing and did that for at least 6-7 years, and then finally got open. So yeah, it's been
Nice.
quite the journey.
Yeah.
Well, when you wrap it up like that, 6-7 years, and then we're open. It seems very quick.
But that's still 6 or 7 years. Yeah.
From that pilot system to opening the doors, is that the 6-7 years?
The first 3 years were probably just doing a little 5-gallon batch.
Okay.
Just straight home brewer stuff, no control, temperature control really, or anything. And I think getting the stuff from Rip was when we took the next leap of trying to treat it as a real brewery because it's kind of like a mini brew house.
Yeah.
And we created a fermentation chamber with temperature control and allowed us to kind of dial in things that we liked from other breweries and reading a lot and going to different conferences and learning. So that's from first brew beer to like actually being open, making big batches, probably like 7 years.
Wow. Okay. So when did you open the space that we know you from, the one right off of whatever the fuck?
From Warner and Harbor.
Warner and Harbor, yeah.
We opened that in February of 2019, so we just got our 1 year in before everything went crazy.
Wow.
So, I mean, we were lucky to get that because we had a
It already
great
feels like
weekend.
party.
Yeah.
Yeah, the party. Good.
We had a party.
I would feel
we
really
played
bad.
that party.
Yeah. I would feel really bad for a brewery that, like, opened in January of this year.
Oh, my God.
Dude, I used to run a business right off of Pendleton. And I remember we went... The day I
used to go there a lot,
you even existed was I was at Red Robin for like whatever their burgers are.
Yeah.
And then I get off the phone with Craig and he's like, dude, I'm at this new brewery. It's right across from your shop. I was like, where?
Yeah.
And then he's like, you just got to drive straight through the light. And I was like, into the building?
Oh, so you were down the other Yale.
Yeah, exactly.
Yale and
all right.
Pendleton. Yeah, so I was
Oh,
like,
all right.
yeah. And then I ended up driving back. I didn't even know.
Oh, yeah. We
That,
easily could have
that
walked
back area
to
existed.
you guys. Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
That's
Dude,
cool.
Learn
Yeah,
new
I
things.
think I remember you guys saying that when you first came in, that you had a rehearsal spot down the way. or
Yeah.
We were in the
something.
big giant warehouse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was his old
Space.
workspace.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
You know,
Yeah.
30-foot
Garage,
ceilings.
basically.
Just,
Yeah.
you know, the snare in there. Yeah. It's a sound cave. It's real nice.
yeah, the sound cave. It was nice.
Yeah, the old sound cave. Yeah.
It
Sounds
had the
like-
Lassen, dude.
Since Delic is such a new band, is there an Instagram, Twitter, Facebook?
We have an Instagram,
Instagram. Good. Tell me what it is, so I can tag you guys right
Delic
now.
Music,
Delic Music.
or Delic,
Delic
Band. It might
Music.
be
I
Delic
went with
Band.
band and I couldn't find
Yeah, we really haven't put any
That's
effort
fine.
into it.
That's fine. Okay.
We just
Delic.
found the name wasn't used
Delic
yet.
Music, no spaces.
Got it.
Yeah, yeah.
There's
Got it.
like
Got
a
it. Got
weird wallpaper.
Perfect.
So April 4th is our first and only post. I think that's like
Yeah.
That's probably when we first started trying to rehearse shit.
Now you got something to forward.
Yeah. Now you can post at least on your story. Yeah. Yeah.
and that's 420, April 20th,
Yeah.
April 2020.
Good
There you
call.
go.
There we go.
The whole month.
2020.
Nice.
What a great anniversary to have.
And tell your kids about that one.
Kidding me? If they smoke drugs?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's right.
Stay out
Don't
of
do
drugs,
drugs.
kids. Don't do drugs.
Yeah,
Stay
yeah.
in school. All that above.
Only plants.
Yeah, it's just a plan.
Oh, he's not doing drugs.
not
Allegedly
drugs.
not doing.
This is a vape pen, guys.
Right, it's
It
a
is a
vape
vape
pen. You can go on. You can go onto airplanes with that. Is
Yeah,
that right?
you could smoke it in the bathroom and on the plane.
Allegedly, you can smoke it at the airport.
It's all alleged.
If you allegedly know how to smuggle it.
Okay, all right, yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Desert Island beer. Gun to your head.
Ooh.
I like to start with back.
Fuck, dude.
I know. I just.
Yeah.
With a good question.
I was like, good to see you, Nick. Hey.
Probably Negro Modelo.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm more.
I love Nick.
I like stouts, but
Good stuff.
Desert Island beer, light
Yeah.
beer. Desert Island, it's fucking hot. I'm gonna go lighter.
Fair.
Good
Fair.
call. Good
Mike?
call.
Desert Island, man.
I know. Got to be able to drink a lot of it.
Yeah, it's hot. Yeah.
I mean, it used to be Pliny for sure.
Right.
Okay.
That's fair.
I feel like there's so many awesome beers now, especially in this area.
Isn't Pliny a little
Maybe
heavy
some
for a
green-
desert island? But it
maybe
tastes
some
so
green
good.
cheek or something. I don't know.
That's
Like,
why we all were like, yeah, we love Pliny, but it'd be
not Desert Island.
overwhelming, dude. After like 3 glasses,
be
you're
all
gonna be like,
sunburnt from being passed
Yeah.
out like
Yeah.
2 in the afternoon.
sugar headaches, dude. It's like, oh.
You got it right with Negro. I
Negro
think-
is a good
that's the way
answer.
to be.
Yeah, Negro's a good answer.
It used to be Pacifico, but that shit is so sweet.
Mm.
When you
Yeah, I
start
hear ya.
drinking it a lot, you're like, wow, there's a lot of sugar. When you switch just to regular Modelo, you realize how much more pale Modelo is
Yeah.
in comparison.
Fair.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then
I
I
believe
got into Negro because it's a little bit softer.
Yeah. I like the Negro.
Corona 1 out of 10. I've always given it like a 2.
Yeah, I think it's
Always.
overcarbed, a little skunky.
It's
It is
so
skunky.
skunky.
Well, it's
Yeah.
because I think part of that is the white or the completely clear bottle too. It doesn't protect UV as far as I know.
Then what's Stella's problem?
Same thing. I don't think green helps either. Yeah, I think
You got to brown
and
it
it's
out.
overcarbonated a little bit too. Kind of makes you want to like have a beer puke. Like when if you're like pounding a Stella or Corona, you're just like, oh man.
I like Stella better.
Yeah.
I'd take Stella over Corona, but I don't like either of them.
Now you mentioned Green Cheek too. Now they're in Costa Mesa. They were in
very close to us.
Super close. Yeah,
which is awesome.
They're great. Are they super hazy? The one time I was in there,
Yeah, they definitely kill it on the hazies, but I really love their West Coast. Their West Coast single IPAs to me are some of the best that I've ever had.
well, shit. I was in there once when they opened in Costa Mesa, and I was confused out of my mind that Barley Forge went out of business. That place was always busy.
Yeah.
Any night of the week I went in there, there's a line. And then they said they ran out of money.
Is that where Green Cheek is now? Or?
Yeah. And
Wow.
Green Cheek moved into that space.
Huh.
Yeah, it's big time overhead there. I know Green Cheek eliminated some of the space, so they cut some overhead, and they have a big following as well. And I just don't think Barley Forge was hitting that. They didn't really have the hype going behind them, where people wait outside of lines to get a new Green Cheek beer. You know what I mean? So it's
fair enough.
kind of part of the game of the beer industry. I feel like just getting that hype going.
Hype matters.
Dude, I did think that Barley Forge was just boring.
Yeah, it was overrated.
I can't
It's a
tell
good
you.
space.
I can't tell you one beer that I liked.
I don't remember any.
Like, I don't have a name for it in my head of one of their beers. I know they did a coconut one. Didn't like it.
Yeah, the Patsy.
Patsy?
That was called.
Yeah, that's right. Patsy. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I
Because
don't know.
Monty
I think
Python.
they were
They had-
more of a.
They had the one
sorry.
louder.
Yeah, that was a solid beer.
It was a solid. It was a double IPA. The one
Okay, so
louder.
they named their beer as well.
They named
True. Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
on the
Green
names.
Yeah, Green Cheek is a good replacement. Much more solid.
I think Barley Forge was more of a traditional style. Like it would be something to me that was rooted in maybe something more popular 10 years ago or towards the early 2000s, where Green Cheek is just cutting edge. They're destroying everyone at competitions. They're really pushing, especially hop forward beers, and then a lot of their weird adjunct beers, which would be like, you know, whatever, graham crackers, marshmallows, just anything else you're putting into a beer that's not normally there. So they've just killed it.
That pokes my brain to think, like, as a brewery operator, right? Like, is it more important to have experimentation and, always leave your customers looking for the new thing that you're trying out and they're excited about that? Or is it great to have like 1-2 things that are just so solid, consistent, refine them, and then it's like a flagship type of thing? Or is it a combination, like strengths and weaknesses?
Yeah, I think historically it was definitely all about flagships. It's like, here's our IPA, here's our chocolate
Stone,
porter,
Ballast Point.
here's our
Yeah.
whatever. We're always going to have these. They're going to taste exactly the same. I think in the past 10 years it's definitely shifted. People want the newest thing. What's the newest hop variety? What's the newest crazy fruit you could add? What's the newest whatever you could think of?
Yeah.
But even breweries like that I feel like are just killing it, whether it's revenue-wise or hype-wise and metal-wise, they still have a core thing. Whether it's Rip or Beechwood or Green Cheek, there's still that handful of beers you can usually get there, and then there'll be a lot of other stuff. For us personally, one of the beers I brought was kind of our start of the name, More Hops Than Brains, West Coast Double IPA, and then the...
So good.
Thank you. And the,
So good.
I've had it.
We've all drank
I
it.
think we've had countless pints of that one.
Yeah.
and then the Vietnamese coffee stout, the Saigon Stout.
Right.
So those are things where I've just, even though we
Had that one.
haven't been around long, people will email us about them, ask about distribution. They'll come in and ask for them by name. So stuff like that is something we want to try to always have on, and then hopefully introduce them to some new, even if it's a variation of a recipe we're kind of tweaking, or just something totally off the wall, or like a collab beer that might never exist again. So I think it's a good mix. I mean, if I'm going to a brewery, I want to explore when I go there.
Sure. Yeah.
feel like it's kind of like music. I feel like there's a lot of parallels. You don't want to just listen to the first album like a million times.
Zeppelin always plays Stairway, dude. You gotta always play
When's
Stairway.
the last time they played that, man? Probably like in the 70s.
O2 Arena, dude. They played it at O2.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Okay.
They had to. I think I read somewhere there was like 2 shows in their entire career where they didn't. Like
after they wrote it.
Yeah. After they wrote Stairway, there was like 2 shows they never did it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That song's
It's a long one too.
I know. I mean, you could see why they hate it.
My favorite performance of Stairway has to be Heart, Kennedy Center Honors.
Not even Zeppelin.
It's not them.
Yeah.
Nancy Wilson sounds amazing. That's why. Yeah.
And they cared more. 'Cause they hadn't been doing it for 30 years.
Yeah.
Jaded.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, this is a weird thing. I never really listened to Heart, but Alice in Chains and Gretchen Wilson and the guitar player from Heart did a cover of fucking Barracuda.
Whoa.
At some shit. It's on YouTube.
I think I saw this. I think I saw this with like
Yeah.
Kiko Loureiro or something crazy on some
Gonna have
crazy
to
guitar
see it.
player.
It's like everyone in Alice in Chains, including the new guy, is just playing rhythm guitar in the
Yeah.
back. And then Gretchen Wilson, who's like this amazing country singer.
Yeah.
And then the frickin' what'd you say the Heart guitar player was?
That's
Nancy Wilson's the singer and is the guitarist.
Ann Wilson.
Ann
Okay,
Wilson,
Ann
yeah.
Wilson comes
He's
out.
a beast.
Or is it the
man.
other way around?
Dude, no, Nancy's the singer.
Yeah.
Nancy's the guitarist. Yeah,
We're-
insane. I got to
we're
see
seeing.
that now.
Yeah.
It's great.
Your
love
dad,
them.
your dad being a musician, what did you grow up listening to? What did he force down your throat?
So my mom actually was
Oh.
like, they're together and everything. But I was always riding around with my mom as a kid, and she would fucking put on a ton of Motown.
Hell
So
yeah!
oldies, K Earth 101,
Fuck yeah!
all that shit. And then when my dad started showing me, like, I think CDs came out, and he got his first car with a CD player, and he got like fucking Who's Next, and he for Christmas one year he got me Hendrix, Experience, fucking Rubber Soul.
There you go.
Yeah, so it was like a lot of like the big like 4 or 5, except for the Rolling Stones. I got into them later on my own, but it was like like the Who, the Beatles, Zeppelin, and then Steely Dan. We
Steely
saw
Dan all day.
my dad and I saw them together at the OC Fair
Nice.
at the big amphitheater there.
Yeah.
And it was one of the cool shows because the first 2 songs that they played, like, something about the sound just hadn't kicked in yet.
Yeah.
And the third song they played is my favorite, Josie.
Yep. Good tune.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Last song on Asia, and fucking the sound, like, it was like one of those magic moments where, like, someone just turned the right dial and it just, everything popped.
Yeah.
And then the drummer, this guy, Keith Carlock.
Okay. I don't know.
He was their, like, touring drummer for years, and he busted out this amazing solo at the end of the song. Anyway, obviously these beers are having an effect 'cause I just segued like 5 times. Good job, Mike.
Good. 666%, dude. I definitely 666%.
That's the devil coming through.
We
I
aren't
get
even
the
at
vi-
the doubles yet.
The volume thing, like when you're at a concert and you almost feel like the wind shifts, right?
Yeah.
Like where you're like, all of a sudden you're like, everything is clear and hitting my ears finally.
I mean,
dude.
straight up,
Yeah.
it might have taken them 2 songs to get the sound
Absolutely, or
out.
dial
Yeah.
in. They didn't sound check before.
Yeah.
Well, there's
Or
no
something's
people
really wrong.
in the seats. It's just
That's
reflecting
also
off the
very
concrete,
true, right?
you know?
That too, yeah.
So they're like, fuck, we have to like account for all this like dampening, like all
Yeah.
these salt
And Steely
tissue
Dan's legit.
organisms.
My favorite example of the record industry being the record industry is, hey, even Steely Dan had to hit the road.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. They played live shows, dude.
They did.
Yeah.
They had to. Because, you only sell so many
That's
records.
why live music matters.
That's why live music matters. Yeah, exactly.
That's why we matter.
That's why we matter. I matter. First album record that you bought with your own money.
No doubt, Tragic Kingdom.
Fuck
Good
yeah,
call.
what a great record. I
Yeah.
was just talking about that record yesterday
Yeah.
with my
Holds
girlfriend.
up.
We were going. We were going off about it.
Yeah.
One of the first records my dad bought.
I was arguing.
CDs.
No Doubt versus Gwen Stefani, and like
Doubt.
the difference between album sales and like culture.
No doubt.
Gwen Stefani outsells No Doubt.
Don't care.
Really?
Probably.
2-3 to 1.
Don't care.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like Don't Speak, biggest song No Doubt ever had.
Yeah.
Never even went to like top 10 Billboard.
Really?
Right?
Fucked up, man.
Right?
Right.
Yeah.
What's the first CD you ever bought?
Hollaback Girl, 12 countries, number 1. Anyway, the first
That's the first CD you ever bought?
No, not true. First CD I bought with my own allowance was Highway to Hell.
Okay.
Oh, right
Britney
on.
Spears.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Mine I think was at the same time I bought Backstreet Boys' first album and Enema of the State.
Wow.
I did
all right,
Britney
that's
Spears.
diverse.
Yeah. At the same time.
Britney and Stained.
Stained.
So
Yeah.
you're probably right.
Yeah, yeah.
You're like
You're
right in
right.
there. Yeah. Mike?
Oh, Road to Ruin by the Ramones.
Okay.
Yeah. I
There
think
you
that
go.
had Want to Be Sedated on there, probably something.
Is that no? That's Rocket to
no?
Russia.
Okay, well, it was Road to Ruin. I just
Okay.
remember the album artwork. I just remember going to a CD store, and then it
I
was
think Rocket to
Killers by
Russia.
Iron Maiden.
Ah,
And I
there
just
you go.
remember thinking, I was like, this isn't Iron Maiden, because like the original singer, it's not Bruce Dickinson.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
it's still badass.
Right.
So it's just kind of funny.
And what did your parents make you listen to as a kid?
Oh man, my parents were more into really low volume classical music.
Low
kitchen.
volume.
Yeah,
Low
like
volume.
on volume like 4. So you're hearing some like Tchaikovsky like low in the background.
All right.
And then
you
if
can
it-
kind of make it out. Is
Yeah,
that,
if they were getting wild, maybe some Emmylou Harris or Everly Brothers,
Damn.
something like that.
Crazy. Nice.
They really didn't. So they're not a big fan of the music that you're putting out. It's just a little too loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom just says it sounds nice, kind of thing. and my dad actually did back when he was in college. He was in some bands, mostly doing like Rolling Stone covers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But he always played guitar. I remember when I was a little kid, and then he kind of just didn't really do it much,
Fair enough.
as I got older. But I would say he was one of the big reasons because he pushed me to find a guitar teacher when I was 15 or something.
Nice.
So
Gotcha.
kind of,
Yeah.
hey, if you want to actually take this seriously, you should,
Yeah.
get someone who's better than me to show
Yeah.
you how to do this stuff.
So did then the
Yeah.
teachers
At least they were supportive, you know?
yeah.
Did then the teachers say, "All right, you're gonna need to get the Ramones," and that like
That was kind of my own thing. I think it was just, I don't know, maybe
Teenage
friends I was
rebellion.
hanging out at the
Yeah.
time. I just thought they looked cool, and it
Yeah,
seemed
so how'd
easy
you
enough
do?
to play kind of thing.
How'd you
Like-
fall into rock and roll? Was it just kind of? I mean, obviously everyone falls into rock and roll, but like,
at some point.
I think
Yeah.
it was just friends I hung out with at the
Yeah.
time who I ended up eventually starting some hardcore punk bands with that were probably terrible objectively when you're like 15. If you were trying to listen to them, it would just be can't even tune your guitar type of
right,
stuff.
right, yeah, totally, yeah.
Yeah, the most I ever got from my parents, my dad did Eagles, the greatest hits, a little bit in the van.
Okay,
And-
my dad
and-
liked the Eagles too.
Right?
Yeah.
And my mom was Chicago, Barbra Streisand, Neil Diamond, Carpenters.
Yeah.
Like all adult
Easy
things.
listening.
Yeah, just as easy as it gets.
Not
Yeah.
gonna strain your neck on that.
Yeah. no.
All good music though. All really good
all
music.
good, all
yeah,
quality
yeah.
music.
Yeah,
They didn't listen to garbage, but
Yeah.
it was like, I don't know, I was like 19 when I actually was like, yeah, Zeppelin's all right.
yeah, right.
Like just
Yeah.
completely, no one ever said you need to
Yeah.
listen to this.
Right, right.
Yeah.
I kind of
That was
did it
wild.
ass backwards. I went from, Ramones to eventually super crazy death metal type of stuff, and then eventually discovering Pink Floyd and Led Zeppelin and appreciating that maybe in my
Sure.
20s kind of thing. So it's kind of weird backwards progress.
Is
but,
it-
It makes sense though.
Is
Yeah.
it safe to say, as like music fans, we're all like album people, like albums over
I
singles?
think so, yeah.
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure.
It's. I mean, some people are like, no, I love mixtapes. I love the singles game. But
Yeah.
like rock and rollers, like we love.
That's like
albums.
radio people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Radio people like the mixtapes.
Radio people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
My radio's not on. I don't listen to radio.
You don't listen to radio at all. You
That's
listen
a problem.
to podcasts
You should.
or vinyl.
Yeah.
I don't even know if you use Spotify or Pandora or.
I've been YouTubing.
I've gotten better at the YouTubes. Yeah.
I got a decent vinyl collection. I feel like it's a different mindset because you're actually having to physically do something, play
Yeah.
it, and then
So
switch
And you
it.
and you have
So
to
you're-
listen the
yeah,
whole
you're
time.
like
Yeah.
forced. It's not like you're on
Yeah.
your phone playing
Right.
like something in the background. You're like actually, hey, I'm going to listen to this,
Yeah.
whatever,
And
Jeff
actually
Beck
pay
album
attention.
or this Metallic album. It's going to be badass and sound sweet.
Yeah.
I've been doing where I listen to it, but I have a ton of headphone extenders and my vinyls in my what
Living
should be
room?
a dining room, but I turned it into a vinyl room. So I just headphone extender. I've been cooking with my headphones on.
From vinyl?
Yeah.
Nice.
The only problem is you get really sweaty. My ears are so sweaty. Like, I feel like there's like water in them. Like, I like chopping onions. I'm like, oh, it's so steamy in here. This album sounds awesome. I'm like, oh, it's so hot.
That's really funny.
They got Bluetooth these days, man. So they get
It's
some
the head-
Bluetooth earbuds.
It's
Plug that in.
I have them, but
Yeah.
I have some like nice old vintage Grecos. And,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
guess-
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
it's all
fair
about the
enough.
tone.
They sound good,
bro.
But
Fair
yeah, I
enough.
totally should just have the earbuds in, but I'm stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know. How do you do Bluetooth through a vinyl? I guess you can just get.
They have
Just a little
Bluetooth
transmitter
turntables.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have Bluetooth turntables
Well,
now.
I think you
Back
can get
in
an
my
aux cord
day.
thing or something that plugs in. Yeah.
Anti-analog, bro. I say you stick with it. There may
Nah.
be grease all on it, and you may
Gives
be
it character.
drip it into your shirt, but you're getting the best sound quality. I think
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
important.
Gives
As
it char-
album people, do you have any like I wish I would have made this album, or like I consider this like the greatest record, like your favorite record from start to finish in
Track
your
by track.
your version of a perfect album?
Just one.
Well, because
Well,
as soon as
man.
you started talking Pink Floyd, they're the
Animals.
they're the album people.
Animals.
That's
is
your
pretty
Pink Floyd
amazing.
record?
I think
The-
to me,
their
the
singles.
guitar on that is so rad.
It is. That
Yeah,
is.
there is no singles. Like even the radio is trying to cut out the shit that they have on
Yeah.
either ends of the single.
Right.
Yeah, just to play it on the radio.
Or a Zappa album. I always
Or
just
Zappa.
love his. He's like probably my biggest influence to just push it as being like a freak.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like we're gonna
We're
try
rules.
so hard.
Freak. Freak out. It's his first record.
He was
Yeah.
literally just looking for things on purpose that no one else had done on
Yeah.
purpose.
Yeah.
I think he was on like Ed Sullivan or one of those
One of those talk
variety
shows.
show guys.
Yeah.
He comes out, it's like 1968, and they're like, this is a world-class musician. He's got all these degrees. The host is giving people this entire prologue of this guy coming out.
Yeah.
Because Zappa comes out with a bicycle and
seen
says,
that.
I'm gonna play the bicycle.
Nice.
I'm going to show you that anything can be music.
Right.
And he does like a whole 2-minute piece, smacking the bike, doing different things on the
Yeah.
bike.
Yeah.
He was the man.
Music.
For sure. And then he'd always find the best musicians.
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
And
His session
openly-
guys are the best.
Mothers of
Yeah.
Invention, legendary.
Carrie Bozzio
Yeah.
kicked ass with them.
Vinny
for a while.
Colaiuta.
And Steve Vai was
Steve
in there. I mean,
Gadd.
everyone.
Yeah, Steve
It was
Vai.
Like everyone was just.
Yeah.
An awesome musician too. Isn't like Dweezil?
Yeah, Dweezil's insane.
Oh yeah, I've seen him.
I've
like,
seen
3
yeah.
times. He's a beast.
Zappa plays
Yeah.
Zappa. It's good
I
shit.
don't know what Moon Unit's doing, but
Moon Unit.
she's a catch up.
Dated Mark Maron for a while. I don't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they were dating for a
Man.
second.
She
Man.
messed up that one.
Yeah.
She could have met Barack Obama.
I bet Mark Maron messed that one up. Honestly.
I know he did.
Yeah.
Perfect albums? Max, any?
I've been racking my brain since you asked
Yeah. He's like gone into a
or like
hole.
a favorite album, like it's something
like a
that,
go-to.
or maybe an album that you've listened to most in your life, like this album.
it. That's a better question.
Yeah.
Memorize it. Start like if you hit play in your
you
brain,
don't even have to hear it.
Yeah.
You can just recite it.
There's probably 2 of that,
Uh-huh.
2 of those, but the ultimate reset, like after a breakup, after
Yes.
a really
Uh-huh.
hard day, after
Yes.
a really good day, maybe on my birthday or something, Dookie by Green Day.
Dookie. Yeah, man.
Perfect. It's
Jeez.
a good record.
Talk about a cornerstone of recorded music.
Dude,
Jesus.
I hear
Yeah.
those 2 hi-hats
Yeah.
click in,
Jesus
and
Christ.
I'm like transported back to my youth, because that was
Yeah,
the
man.
second CD I ever bought after
I mean,
that.
shit. You said Tre Cool, man. Like that fucking album is a powerhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I could always put on like Less Than Jake, Hello Rockview, and be like happy
Yeah.
with that. I've heard the album a gajillion times, but I could still just put that on again and just chill.
Mm-hmm.
I respun Muse Absolution.
Good
like
one.
Oh yeah.
5
Super
weeks ago.
underrated
Yeah.
band.
God, what a great
So
record.
underrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. That was like a peak for that band too. The record after that, different producer, and then after that they produced themselves, and it got
Yeah.
all weird.
And then they got
Oh,
all
band.
artsy.
And they
But
got all hard.
still, though, Absolution,
Yeah.
probably their best record. That or Origin of Symmetry.
That,
Yeah.
that
I
guy's
would
such
say,
a
yeah.
gnarly guitar player too.
Fuck.
He shreds.
Yeah.
He's fucking crazy
And
good.
he's
Yeah.
singing all crazy and like
Yeah.
playing
Yeah.
piano. It's
Yeah. I'm upset after the years go by and they got more popular that the riffs got so, generic.
Yeah.
And like
little
4
U2-y.
notes. Yeah. Doom, 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 doom,
Yeah.
doom, doom. Like if you're playing 2 notes
Yeah.
when it used to be this big, gorgeous, half industrial type thing. Yeah, what a wonderful. Radiohead fans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's all we had to say. You like
Moving on?
Radiohead? Yeah. Radiohead, good band.
Definitely listen to that one chunk,
Yeah.
Kid A through Hail to the Thief, like
Yeah.
many, many, many times when I was younger.
Yeah.
for sure.
Metallica fans.
Oh, for sure, man.
Yeah.
Ride the
Early-
lightning. The
Early
shit.
stuff is sick.
Oh,
Early
come
stuff.
on, ride
What-
the lightning.
You don't. Oh,
Get Metallica out of here.
Master's rad. Ride the lightning.
Masters.
Justice.
Masters.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah,
I
Blackened,
just can't
dude.
stand.
Yeah.
I can't stand the guy that keeps the time in the band, and he doesn't even do that.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah,
said,
I mean-
Lars blows, and
But everything else is
Get-
great.
Yeah.
can't have a bad pilot that can't land, dude. It's got to be a good.
So anytime
They
I
made
see,
a splash. I mean,
anytime I talk to someone who's like, I'm like Metallica, they're like, oh, number one. I'm like, Reloaded?
Yeah.
Just checking. I want to see how deep it goes.
Load.
How much do you love it?
And reload.
Saint Anger,
Yeah.
right? As soon as you get further down, the
No,
more
I'm like the snooty Metallica one. First four are rad. Everything
Yeah.
else, meh, hit or miss.
Yep.
I don't know. I feel like that's a lot of bands, though.
that's fair.
I thought the last
What-
one was pretty decent, though.
what-
They had some bangers on it.
That's a fun question, though. Like, who's got the most consistently strong discography with no fuck like Radiohead,
Queens of the Stone Age.
AC/DC, Queens of the Stone Age. Yep.
Maybe Rage
never
Against
really
the
fucked
Machine.
Rage.
Yep.
I mean, they never went soft.
They only had
Pretty-
3,
yeah.
but yeah.
Slayer.
ACC's got 18 records.
they're
ACC's
all the
got
same.
18 records of the same song.
Yeah. They're all
The
good.
most consistent catalog
I think-
in history.
I think that's the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Besides them, Green Day's changed it up a shitload. Ramones, that was pretty much
Ramones,
the
Hey,
same.
Yeah.
Motorhead never changed.
Motorhead never fucking changed. That's the same record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did not evolve. They're like, fuck that.
It makes me miss the band Maroon 5.
Yeah. Before it was Adam Levine.
The band.
Right,
Yeah.
when they were a band.
Songs About Jane is a
What
fucking
a
great record.
fucking record.
Yeah.
And
Good
then
record.
just
Yeah.
just faster and faster.
I didn't know there was a before Adam Levine.
Well, they were called. They're like a guilty pleasure. I looked into the multiple Wikipedia pages. They were called Kara's Flowers.
There's Flowers, yeah.
And that's when they had done an album as that band. And I think they had wrote most of Songs About Jane as that band, and that's when they got fucking picked up.
Verified.
Got to change the fucking name.
Dude, Clive Davis.
Yeah,
Clive.
but I mean, like,
Clive did it right, though.
how many fucking hits are on that album?
Great record.
6 or 7 singles.
So good.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
Jesus
Good, too.
Christ. The second album is still good, but it doesn't compare.
What's on
And
the
then,
second album?
Wake Up Call, Something to Believe in, Don't Believe in You Anymore, or whatever that song is called.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
And there's one more. It's not over tonight. Just give me more chance to make it right. I won't go home without you. There's 3 singles
Nope.
off that one.
Fuck
Yeah.
that one.
Yep.
Songs about Jane.
Yeah. Songs about Jane Owen. Yeah. What a great fucking album.
Yeah.
Yeah. Second record I picked up was Alanis Morissette.
Ah.
Jagged Little Pill.
Oh,
Like the first 2 albums I bought with my own allowance. One was Highway to
Damn.
Hell, and next was which still
it's one of the best-selling records of all time.
I listened to it like a couple months ago, and I was like, "This
Holds
thing's
up.
still fucking good."
Yeah.
That's Dave Navarro and Flea like
Mhm.
recording
On
those
ADAT.
tracks.
Really?
They
On
all, it's on ADAT. They recorded on ADAT.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fucking Canadians.
Canadians. Yeah.
Is there anything you're listening to currently?
What are you
Something you
rocking
got
out to?
into
Yeah.
recently that like everyone should listen to this? New
I-
music discovery is fucking tough for people because there's so
yeah,
much out there.
I would really recommend this band called Baroness.
Oh,
Baroness?
I've heard of them. Yeah.
I really like
yeah,
them
yeah.
a lot. I
Yeah.
crank them up
I've heard of
a
that.
lot of the time if
Yeah.
I'm working at the brewery.
Never
or
listened
doing
to 'em.
Aren't they
stuff.
pretty hard?
Not really.
No?
Very
Baroness?
melodic. They kind of remind me of like Queen and Black Sabbath.
Okay.
All right.
Tons of
Yeah.
guitar
All right.
harmonies, a lot of acoustic guitar.
Kind of arena rocky, sort of. A little bit, or
Kind of, but they all tune down to I think drop C, so it's kind of
Okay.
it's
So
kinda
still heavy.
sludgy.
That's why I
So still
said
heavy, yeah.
It's
But, yeah,
hard.
it's
dude.
hard.
A lot of melodic down.
Norm
stuff,
Norm
though.
likes that.
Yeah.
oh, there you go.
I was
Yeah.
in his car today getting wings,
Yeah.
and that shit came on. Oh yeah, well it was like that, and then like
Black Dahlia or something.
dying meat puppets, and then the next one was like
Sleep or something.
it's just like
Oh, sleep.
unobtainable metal from space.
Yeah.
Okay, their
Some other
first, I'd
people.
say their first couple albums, they definitely were pretty intense, but then they got very crazy melodic, way
Yeah.
more into layering guitars
It's
in the past few.
what the one song that I heard today was just like they do so much rhythmic shit in the
Yeah.
song, and it kept
Yeah.
like changing, in like every 4 bars. So like, I'm like, Jesus Christ, man, where am I?
The bass and drummer are pretty tight in that band.
The drummer's insane.
All right, got to check them out. Shit.
welcome.
They're taking you on a journey.
I went.
You guys ready
What are you
for the
listening
next
to
beer?
Yeah, throw it up. What we got? Max, what have you been while
please.
he's doing that? What you got?
I got into this band called Psychic Graveyard,
Okay.
and they're loosely related to like the Locust noise scene. The singer was in a band called Airborne Radar for a while. This is pretty fucking left field.
It's all good. Noise people are like, yes!
Yeah.
That record's called A Bluebird Vacation, and it is like, I think it's like 3 analog synth players and a real drummer and one singer, and it's just like this noise bath of fucking, like, it's like slow chaos, but the lyrics are really good, and the synth lines that come out are amazing. And then I think beginning of this year I got really into Tame Impala for the first time.
For the first time. There you go.
Yeah.
We were
They are
discussing
fun.
at length.
Actually, just our last episode, we were talking about Tame
We
Impala.
were just discussing at length. Have you done the whole catalog of that
Yeah.
guy?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that it was just one guy, and then my buddy,
Yeah.
one of the Daisy Pushers, the other band that's in that room, one of the guitar players is like, "Have you fucking listened to Tame Impala?" I'm like, it's like chick shit.
Yeah. No, man.
I mean, it is, but that's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Because then I was like, man, fucking reverb, and then once I got past that, I was like, holy fucking shit! Like the songwriting's expert level. Like,
yeah.
and then on top of that, what really got me to pay attention to bass guitar was him.
Good
He's
bass tones.
Insane bass player.
Good bass tones, yeah.
Doing
I
everything.
think it's a Rick bass, probably. Knowing him, it's probably a Rick.
It's a Hofner.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's one of the McCartney basses.
Nice. Makes sense.
Yep.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
What a dick.
Yeah. Yeah.
We were listening to his depressing album before the big breakout.
Yeah,
on the
Inner
radio.
Speaker. Yeah,
Inner
just
Speaker.
like a few days ago. Yeah.
Yep.
Inner Speaker. First one. Great record. Yeah. Tame Impala's cool.
Tame Impala's good, everyone.
Yeah. Listen to Tame Impala. What are we
Talk
drinking?
to us about this beer,
Yeah.
please.
All right, so this is the that one I was telling about earlier, the double IPA, kind of our flagship, more hops and brains.
Yeah.
Susan-
So-
Susan
Tastes
gave me
familiar.
a tongue, I was like,
Yeah.
Tastes familiar. Yeah.
So what you're always going to get in that is the 3 hops are called Simcoe, Citra, and Mosaic. Probably 3 of the most popular in vogue hops for the past 5 to 10 years, almost, I would say.
Okay.
So ton of West Coast IPAs especially are going to have them in there. And we just tried to go hard on it and keep it very dry. Use a little bit of a yeast blend, couple different types of yeast in there. And I was very happy with this batch. So almost everything you've tried, except for the last one, we've sent to the Great American Beer Festival.
Okay.
It's like the biggest beer competition too. So see how we do.
You gonna prep for that? Do you have things in mind, recipes that you want to take to that competition and stuff?
Yeah, there's a date you have to have everything packaged and shipped by. So I tried to plan out what I thought our best recipes were. So we had both our lagers, a West Coast single IPA, this beer, and then the Rip collab. We put in an experimental category. So we entered 5 beers. So
how does that? I don't know shit about shit. So how does that work? Is it you send it off and
you send it to. It's always in Denver every year.
Okay.
And on a normal year, they have this huge beer fest that probably definitely tens of thousands of people attend.
Okay.
It's like almost a weekend to weekend kind of 10-day event.
Denver's a beer town for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
So they have that. Then they have a big judging event probably couple weeks, I think, before they announce everything, where they have world-class judges from everywhere coming in, and they blind taste test all these beers in all these categories.
Sure. Cool.
So hopefully
How'd you fare?
we don't find out till I think it's the 2nd week in October this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude,
Cool.
fingers crossed for you.
Yeah,
It's coming
dude.
up.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Time's flying, so
It's definitely something that would boost a brewery
Hell yeah.
to,
Of course it would.
dude.
Yeah.
recognition and
So how you said it's huge? I'm guessing like thousands and thousands of.
yeah, I want to say it
breweries.
might be. Oh yeah, there's
So how many people are in like each category?
4,000 breweries or something might enter.
oh god.
And so that
So
would
what
be the Imperial IPA category.
Okay.
The West Coast IPA and the Hazy IPAs right now are some of the top most popular, and they're anywhere from 500 to maybe 700 entries.
Okay.
Per category.
Dude, how drunk
Nice.
are they getting?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a lot of beer to drink.
You just gotta have like
I wonder if they spit.
700 taste testers.
I'm wondering if they spit. Maybe they spit. I don't know.
I don't know the specifics, but I got to think they've got a ton of judges, probably hundreds of judges
Yeah,
who are
yeah,
either
that's
brewery owners or they're cicerones, which is the equivalent of like a sommelier. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
Like people who are trained and
Dude,
picking
there's-
up all flavors, knowing style categories and all.
It's
that.
only a matter of time before you have like a job as a beer sommelier. Like wine's been around for so long, so they've been able to develop a job for
Yeah.
that. Like it's only a matter of time before somebody out there that's just the snob.
The beer guy.
There's a
Yeah.
fucking water sommeliers.
Yeah,
That
we were talking about
literally-
that.
yeah.
we
So
we
they
did a
do-
sober episode where we just drank bottled waters.
Oh,
and
yeah.
different waters.
Yeah.
Nice.
we were just
Yeah.
drinking bottled water.
Give
There's-
some feedback on them.
Yep.
It's like super fancy restaurants up in LA that'll do, like
Crazy mineral
hundreds
waters.
of like $500 steaks and shit.
Flight of waters.
But they'll have 100 water bottles on tap, and it's from all over the world. And there's like different mineral levels and shit. That
Oh,
like
okay.
some people really like
pHs, all
salty,
this stuff.
minerally water,
Okay.
and they're like, this is a bottle from Norwegia. It's $84, and people are like, I want that water. I watched a whole
What
thing
was the
on it,
winner?
dude.
What water won for you guys?
For us, it was Fiji.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
Fiji.
yeah.
Okay.
we did
We got like the shitty to the Fiji.
like from
Fiji.
Dasani to Arrowhead,
Yeah, Dasani to Fiji.
Smart
basically.
Water.
Stater Brothers.
Yeah.
We didn't do any. We should have done some generic shit. We
did
should
not
have just
do
got like
generic.
tap water from the bathroom.
Flint,
Dude, Santa Ana's
Flint.
won.
Yeah, Flint, Michigan water.
Yeah.
Okay. No, Santa Ana's won it's a national world
Best tap
competition
water,
twice
yeah.
in a row.
I heard that.
it's a
Yeah.
municipal tap water.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
blind taste tested out on, I think it's Virginia or somewhere, and Santa
I'm
Ana
sure.
won 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
The only employees there are from Santa Ana.
In Virginia.
They just go to Virginia to do
Yeah.
it. We win.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was a thing. I read it in the
Dude.
beer paper.
That's hilarious.
That's really great. So yeah, I mean, yeah, wow. I'm just wondering, like, the scale of all this beer testing is fucking crazy. Like,
Do you know when it starts? Like how many days it goes? You said a week, right?
yeah, you said there was a deadline.
Usually the event is, I want to say it might go a Friday to the next Sunday kind of thing.
Mhm.
It goes.
And
But are they? I mean, because of
But
coronavirus,
I
are they
think
going to
the
actually
judging-
gather and stuff? Or?
Yeah, so there's no public gathering. It's
Yeah.
all going to be a virtual awards ceremony,
Uh-huh.
and I guess they're having the judges come in there. I'm assuming they all got to probably get tested. And
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Social distance while
Bubble-
they're drinking all
bubble
the
it up.
beers and
Drink a mask
yeah.
while they drink beer. Yeah.
So-
Drink a mask. Wear a mask.
Yep.
Yeah,
Drink a mask.
straws
Drink a mask.
only.
Yeah. Through the
I
mask.
don't know. Maybe they'll have their own little like cubicles.
Yeah. Right.
I don't know.
Huh.
But at
Crazy.
least they're having it. So the World Beer Cup was in March submittal dates, and the day we sent them out was when they canceled it because that was the peak of
Oh
everything.
no.
And so that's kind of the Olympics of beer. That's every 2 years.
Okay.
So we
When you're
tried to
shipping
submit
it out,
stuff.
are you shipping it out cold? Do you have to like room temperature? Like, is there a process you do that way it stays like the most fresh or has like the peak flavor that you want?
Yeah, ideally, you definitely want to keep it cold. So the Orange County Brewers Guild, which organizes all the Orange County breweries, they had a brewery out in Anaheim called Brewery X volunteer to have everyone drop it off because they're huge and they've got the space.
Mhm.
And then they palletize it and put it on a cold ship truck and they drive it out there.
Awesome.
Sweet.
So, yeah, keeps it all cold.
That's
Great.
cool too. At least
Yeah.
with some kind of camaraderie. In
There is.
in
It's
the
definitely
brewery
an
game.
industry that's not in.
You're
in
all
my
drunk. You're
experience,
not gonna be
yeah.
angry at each other.
And
Yeah.
it's not a cutthroat industry where
Yeah,
you're trying
yeah.
to just like eliminate everyone. It's kind
Right.
of all, hey, we're all fighting against Budweiser kind
Yeah,
of thing.
yeah.
You know, it's like
And bars are
You
like
know.
going down.
so.
Like
Yeah.
all the
Oh,
there's,
yeah,
there's
man.
at least like
Restaurants,
5 bars that
bars.
yeah. So
There's
the fact
already
that like
been-
a brewery can still hang on, especially with food. I know that you're
Yeah.
fighting for food trucks right now, but
I've already heard of at least 6 breweries in SoCal biting the dust because of this.
Oof.
Basically, whether it's San Diego or up here,
That
Damn.
it's
sucks.
definitely happening. So
it's inevitable, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
yeah, I think any business on the ropes, whether it's a salon, a tattoo shop, a brewery, if you were basically breaking even or maybe paying everybody
if
and
you're a
covering
week to
your
week guy, dude.
expenses to just be, you can't even be open for months. I mean, what are you going to do? That's ridiculous.
Everyone got a $1,200 check. We're fine, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone's
And we're supposed to
Yeah.
get 600 more, right?
Oh, man.
600 more. Yeah.
Is that real?
My cup overflowing.
I don't know what to do with all of this capital.
I'll definitely be doing an expansion at the brewery then. Yeah, totally will cover it. Yeah, I mean, we'll
Yeah,
just,
second floor.
we'll
Second
just
floor.
take over that whole building. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy times.
I don't know. Do we think there's going to be another stimulus before? If it's smart for the people trying to get reelected, we'll have another
Right
stimulus
before
back.
the election,
like
yeah.
November
I think they'll push
1st.
it
November
out. Yeah,
1st,
they'll
yeah.
push it out, I think, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna happen right before the election.
If it doesn't, then we don't get one for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Maybe.
Not fourth quarter. I don't know. I can't see them do it. Anyway.
We're in the fourth quarter right now.
Politics are lame. Beer
Fuck
is better.
politics.
Yeah.
So you guys are in quarantine. What have you guys been watching on Netflix
Ooh.
or Hulu or
Movies,
Disney
TV?
Plus or what are you watching?
Ooh, recently, I've been watching Midnight Gospel. I don't know if you guys have
Yeah,
seen that. That
Duncan
shit is
Trussell?
rad.
Hey man. That show is
That shit
fun.
hilarious.
I watched that whole thing. Yeah.
That show's a bit of Delic itself.
Yeah. It is very Delic.
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
There's nothing like shoving your head into a giant vagina to go into another dimension.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Every
and then-
episode.
And then just bizarre things that make no
Did
sense.
you know about
happen.
this show?
No.
Oh, I thought I
Oh,
told
yeah.
you about that.
Yeah.
That Duncan Trussell, it just
Yeah.
very psychedelic and makes no sense, barely.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Duncan Trussell, who's this comedian who most of the audio I learned is from his podcast. So
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's just his
Yeah.
podcast, and they like animated crazy psychedelic bullshit to the like crazy rants he goes on his podcast with his
Yeah.
guests about like death and psychedelics and crazy shit.
It's pretty rad.
It's pretty nuts. Yeah.
Cool animation.
Yeah, fun animation.
It's
It's
the
the guy who
guy
does
from,
Adventure Time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He does Adventure Time and whatever else he does. What about you, Max? What were you watching?
I'm a sci-fi nerd.
Yes.
So I rewatched the whole series of Battlestar Galactica for like the fourth fucking time when everything started.
Okay.
And then I think I just rewatched Altered Carbon for like the third time.
Altered
was
Carbon.
But I saw Tenet in a theater the other night.
Oh.
And
I
that-
heard
Okay.
that was... It just came out, right?
Yeah.
Pattinson
Yeah.
and someone else huge.
It's Denzel Washington's son is the
Denzel.
lead.
Denzel's son.
Yeah, he
Okay.
used to be a football
Son.
player. I forget it.
Yeah.
John David Washington or something.
Something Washington.
Yeah, whatever.
John.
He knows who he is. He's
Yeah,
watching.
he's
We know.
watching. Shout out Denzel Washington's son.
Altered Carbon. How many seasons is that? How many?
Only two. They just they did not renew.
Mm.
I just read. So
This is a
Bummer.
pretty new show, right?
yeah, it's based off a book series, and I thought it was rad. Like the first season, especially. The second one got more into like the characters' like love story a little bit more.
That's probably why it didn't get renewed.
Yeah,
Lame.
but
Love sucks.
Yeah.
the first one was badass. I mean, like consciousness is distilled down to this, like basically a chip called a stack that's in like the back of your neck,
Ooh.
and you can live forever in any body, which they call sleeves. And so like you can like upgrade your sleeve to like
Yeah.
a fucking like weightlifter or some shit, or like, and then you can be like a mercenary. You can like, they call it like casting across like the galaxy to other planets, like into new sleeves and shit. And
Cool.
just all the implications based on that alone, like besides all the drama involved, it was just like I was sitting there like, oh my god,
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. What network was it on? I didn't hear about this show.
just two.
No, what network? Like was
Netflix.
it Netflix? Okay.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Did you
anything
Black
about
Mirror?
Yeah, that was good.
Altered Carbon's better
Yeah,
because it's an
Okay.
overarching storyline. Because Black
Yeah.
Mirror is like Twilight Zone. It's like one
Yeah,
at a time,
one-
right?
one,
Okay.
yeah. And guys, I'm really sorry. I have to wake up at 5, so I
Dude,
I
me
got
out
it.
here.
Thanks.
Bye, Max.
Look,
I
we got
really want to
koozies.
stay.
It's Blind Boss. It's
it. Shout out
Blind Boss.
Yeah.
And it's Delic music,
Take
but
some
this
wash
is
it out,
this
put it
is
in the
just him, and he does
Yeah.
he does absolutely
Just to clean it up.
everything, and it's great to see live
Thanks for coming.
when
Yeah,
he
thank
plays
Good to
live
see you, sir.
sometime in 2021. Max,
Yeah.
you're the best. Thanks for being here, man.
Yeah. Thanks for being here, bud.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little piece for the viewers. I like
Yeah.
that.
I finally started a new thing on Amazon. I started The Boys. The Boys.
The boys.
It's like a superhero TV show,
Okay.
but it like shows how superheroes like fuck up things.
Okay.
So I will just.
Oh, there you go. Now you have your own mic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sure do.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
And a
3,
backrest.
2, 1. The first episode, there's like a superhero in this group that runs really fast. There's this dude it starts off for one of the characters. It's like him and his girlfriend, and they're like in New York street loving each other, and he's holding on to her hands, and she gets hit by the guy running, and it slow-mos all of her blood turning into liquid, and he just looks down and he's just holding onto her hands, and then the guy running just stops like, I'm sorry, and just takes off, and then the like lawyers try to NDA him and just pay him out so that he doesn't talk about it.
Nice.
So it's like all the dark shit about what a superhero really does.
Nice.
Like if you're like a rapey guy, you're killing people and shit.
Yeah.
It's all like how they aren't superheroes really. They
Kinda
really
like-
fuck shit up.
Yeah, if superheroes were fucked up.
It's
Yeah.
real dark.
Yeah,
It's real dark.
Okay.
Yeah, the
You like it?
Oh yeah,
It's
I
a
li-
Seth Rogen product.
Is it?
It is.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, he
Wow.
wrote, produced, he's on it.
Damn,
yeah.
dude.
That's why it's so dark.
Yeah, the first episode.
He's angry now.
Sausage Party.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
had
now
to
he's
get
doing
up
this.
at 6
Sausage
o'clock
party.
this morning, and like it was like 12 something at night, and I'm like, I'm gonna watch another one. I was like, fuck it, I'm staying up, dude.
Nice.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
fully caught up. I've seen the whole series.
Yeah,
we can
Nice.
we can discuss
Every-
Homelander.
yeah.
We can discuss.
Yeah, everyone kept telling me to see it though, and it's one of those
All
things
right.
where I'm like,
Shit, I guess that's next.
Yeah.
I'm between
I have
shows
so
right
many
now.
to catch up on, but that was one
Yeah.
where I want to watch Cobra Kai, but I just kind of don't care about
Fuck Cobra.
karate right now. Like, I don't
Don't
care
care about karate.
Yeah, I don't care about karate. And there's all these superhero shit out, and I just am so over Marvel superhero-ness.
Yeah.
And the fact that I heard like this was the dark, I'm like, this is more reality than just fucking Iron Man doing whatever he wants.
Yeah,
Like,
right. If you're tired of the Wonder Womans and the
because
Ant-Mans
superheroes
and all
would
that.
fuck things like the Incredible Hulk probably kills 10,000 people every time he runs through a city. Like if he's
Totally,
gripping
yeah.
onto a building and ripping apart rooms, there's people just falling out, lighting on fire, dying. All the cars he lands on, dead. Those people that are underneath him, dead. But they never show that. He just rips the whole building up.
This is a show that exploits the what happens
Yeah.
to everyone else type thing.
Right, right.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, that's fun.
See how the other half live.
Ah,
Yeah.
Glass Onion.
Yeah,
Mm.
looking through a glass onion.
Have you
I
any
just heard that
movies
today.
recently? Are you a movie
Movies.
person?
I don't go to a lot of movies, but
Well-
I definitely watch good ones if they're recommended.
Okay.
Type of thing, you know. If
Last
someone
good
says-
movie you saw,
Hmm.
like that you like. I like this, whether it's good or not.
Cats.
In
Taylor Swift.
I
theaters.
haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Idris,
Yeah.
Swift, Elba.
I think what
Corden.
I guess I saw Quiet Place recently.
Nice.
Yeah,
I heard good things about that
was
one.
pretty good.
Nice.
They're
Yeah.
doing a sequel, or they already did.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be released, but then everything happened.
And
Isn't
then
that
everything.
the weirdest fucking thing? Everything is like just
Or
Yeah,
They were
except
supposed
for,
to.
except for Tyler Perry,
except for Tyler
who
Perry.
somehow has gotten this down.
He's got a bubble. He's
Dude,
got his
he's
Tyler
got
Perry
3
bubble.
bubbles.
I mean, I
Yeah.
want to see Bill and Ted, but you got to
Ah.
buy that now.
Ah,
It's not
dude.
for free.
Yeah, yeah.
I heard from Brandon, which one of my buddies, he was like, man, I had no expectations. I just went with my lady. And like Bill and Ted 2 was whatever. He's like, this was a good movie. Like
Cool.
so
Nice.
much that everyone else in my group was like, what? Really? And then
Yeah.
they watch it like, dude, this is a good movie.
30 years in the making. I mean,
But-
they,
Yeah, yeah.
You
if
kinda-
they say we didn't have time to write the script, they're lying.
Right.
Yeah,
Either
but it's
be
also
really bad
like,
or really good.
right?
are they just cashing in? Is this just like, here's Bill and Ted 3?
Well, no
'cause people
doubt
want
they're
it.
They're cashing in,
yeah.
but you know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think Keanu's got some cash stacked. I don't think he's really worried
I don't
about
think
that.
he cares about it. That's the
Yeah.
one thing. I think
So that
he did
means
it
he's
'cause-
making it good. That means he cares. That means he
Exactly.
cares about quality. Yeah.
That's why I feel too.
I love Keanu.
I don't think he would have done it unless
Yeah.
it was like really worth it, because
Yeah.
he could go do John Wick 5.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
people would
And
rather
Matrix
watch that.
4 going down right now.
That's
in
happening.
Germany, so that'll
Yeah.
be cool.
As
Yeah.
stupid and one-dimensional as he can really be, he is so good. Like
Yeah.
Constantine is such a good fucking movie. I
Yeah.
watched that again the other day. That movie fucking rocks.
I'll take your word for it. I guess I'm not gonna see it.
It's Keanu. He's turned into an international treasure, whether you like it or
Whether
not.
you like
You
it or
never
not.
seen
Wow,
Constantine?
not even a national
No.
treasure.
Do you know what it's about?
Yeah, he's the
International
devil, right?
treasure.
Or
That's
No,
Matrix
he's a, like
4?
Yeah.
he's not the devil.
he's a vampire.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
He's like a
3
dude
was
that like,
no
has
good.
cancer and he's dying, and he saves like some.
Don't even
person's
really
life.
remember it.
okay.
Yeah, it has angels and shit in it,
Okay.
and like weird shit. But
Constantine's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Maybe I'll give it a shot.
It's not the Matrix.
Yeah, yeah. I know.
Yeah,
That's
and
why I haven't seen it. It's
Or
And
Bill
because
and Ted.
he doesn't go like this. It's gone. Like a lot. He doesn't ever do that.
Yeah.
He never says it's gone.
Okay,
Yeah.
I watched the new Jay and Silent Bob. That was terrible.
Dude,
Yeah,
so
apparently you hate it.
bad.
It made no
Dude.
sense. They spent like 15 minutes making the whole movie.
I am I am such a fan. Like I love
Me too, yeah. So I was like, oh, it should be fun. No, it's not.
Oh, bummer.
It's Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back
Again.
again. It's like
Yeah.
almost like they start doing like shot for shot things where they do the same joke again, and like as funny as it is to call back, I like don't want to see that shit.
Yeah,
it's not funny.
The lady
anymore.
and I made sure that we just had joint after joint after. We were just making sure
you were super baked.
Like we knew it was going to be,
not
might
great.
have been an edible day.
Yeah,
get to that level.
Might have been an acid day. I watched a whole different movie.
I just watched Magical Mystery Tour instead.
It was the same day we were at Movies, the pop-up.
Oh, there you
in
go.
LA. We went to the Movies pop-up, and then we watched...
like a drive-in? Or like
it
was like a little pop-up store.
The restaurant in his
it's
thing called
right
Movies.
before COVID hit, right?
Oh, okay.
He did a pop-up in LA.
where he's in there like talking to that.
They changed the whole store though to look like a Movies restaurant that had like a whole menu.
Yeah, we had a burger.
Movies.
We had burger and fries and drink, and we got...
You ate at Movies.
She
You can buy, like,
pre-ordered
merch
merch.
and shit.
Cool.
We were at Movies, yeah.
It's just like when you see like the Star Wars pop-ups and stuff for like dinners where you can do like a
It's
whole
a very
Harry
LA
Potter
thing.
night where everything's Harry Potter. It was Movies, just it's a Movies pop-up. So
If you ever go to an LA pop-up, the effort level is
Not
the
much.
same. It's, It's the same.
It's the
so
same, yeah.
there's Movies swag everywhere, like, Movies logo, everything's purple. You can get a shirt, you can get everything, and you walk up to the counter, and the guy's like, "Yeah, what do you need?" 'Cause it's just like a merch guy, working for the company that puts this whole thing on.
I went to the Twin Peaks one when the new season of Twin Peaks had just come out, and it was fucking terrible. I went with my buddy. Like they had run out of cherry pie.
I love it.
Were they selling some pies?
It was fucking
it was like you were supposed to get cherry pie and coffee, right? And damn good coffee. But
and then you're abducted.
and then you're murdered. Yeah,
It's part of it. Yeah.
Some creepy music going around.
It was pretty fucking lame. I gotta
They'll
say.
send you a picture to your family
It's
of you
basically
being abducted.
it's basically a glorified merch shop. So.
That's what it was for Movies?
Yeah,
That's what it was for the Tim Burton pop-up or the Beetlejuice pop-up. Actually, it was a Beetlejuice pop-up, but you get in there and Jack Skellington is also there and Coraline is also there. Yeah, so it's kind of, they couldn't find enough material. Yeah, they couldn't. Yeah.
What about The Expanse? You guys ever watch that?
No,
The Expanse?
I think it's on Amazon, but it's based off some sci-fi books too.
Series or movie?
It's a series. I think they might have 3 seasons.
Okay.
Pretty trippy though. It's kind of about, say, 100 years from now, we've already colonized Mars.
Okay.
To the point where they're established.
Yeah.
And now we're having basically trade wars with them.
With Mars.
And then we've colonized the outer rim, like all the, asteroids out there to harvest.
Shit.
Resources and all that. So it's just these 3 kind of factions battling out, and all the crazy politics and all the scummy stuff that politicians do.
Sounds
and
fun.
how they create false flags and all this crazy stuff. And
cool.
It's a good show. I've never read the books, but I think it's worth watching for sure.
Are you a reader? Do you read books?
Yeah.
I do not.
I do.
At all.
Nope.
No and no. 2 readers.
2 for 2.
What's reading for?
50%.
Readings for watching.
Just listen.
What's on your table right now for reading?
I've been going through. Speaking of sci-fi, I've been going through the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Oh yeah, I've read
Yeah.
that a long time ago. That's definitely a fun
I have
book.
one of those. Those anthology ones with all the books in it.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Nice.
Is there multiple books of that?
Yeah, there's 6 of
Vanilla
them.
icing for you, sir?
I think I only read the first one.
Yeah, it's a series, and they're all that's kind of humor, that all jokey bullshit. It's pretty great.
Nice.
Yeah, and that's kind of it. What about you?
I just finished up this really exciting book about mortgages.
Yeah,
Mortgages? This is really exciting.
Trying to become a loan officer.
I just bought a house, so maybe I should read that book.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, then I'm going to try to do the there's an online certification course before you take the proctored in-person test. So
Okay.
Nice.
finished working through that, and then
Entrepreneur hustle.
Right?
man, gotta
Small
do
business
something,
owner.
man. We can't be slinging enough beers to pay the bills right now. You
Yeah,
gotta do
be
something.
serious, yeah.
And you got to think everyone's going to have to refinance next year.
Everyone.
Everyone.
No joke.
Playing a long game, dude.
Fuck. How have you-
Everyone has to refinance.
how is anyone paying rent right now? On
In
the real.
California, you don't have to.
Yeah.
It's all furloughed and just no evictions, right?
If you're residential, which I think to me says a lot about what they think about small business in California. There's no rent protections for small business. Just
for people. Yeah.
Which,
Good
I mean, obviously you
Lord.
don't want to make families displaced and be homeless.
Sure.
So obviously that's the thing, but
the
also
businesses
small
too.
businesses
Yeah.
We don't want them all to collapse.
Right.
No
type
joke.
of thing.
Yeah.
Then there was one called the 5 Rings. It's just this old timey.
Wait, is that
I've
like
heard of
is
that.
that like fucking samurai shit?
Yeah.
The Book
Yeah,
of
yeah,
Five
that's like
Rings?
a-
That's really
Yeah.
short. It's only like
It's like an art of
200
war
pages.
type thing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
it's more about just meditation and headspace.
Yeah,
and
What's the like?
just kinda-
Bushido.
That's what
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Rogan always talks about. That
Yeah,
Book
dude.
of 5 Rings.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah. So I've been trying that. What do we got in here?
Allegedly.
Vanilla.
Vanilla something.
Hold it down while you.
Oh, some CBDs.
Yeah.
yeah.
Only
it's,
CBD.
it's vanilla flavoring. Breathing treatment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vanilla
Yeah.
treatment.
Yeah.
Ah, very nice.
It'll
Very
make you
nice breathing
feel
treatment.
better.
About your breathing.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
Allegedly
maybe.
feel better. Yeah. So I'm up to speed on the boys. Doom Patrol got renewed for a 3rd season.
What's
Nice.
Dune Patrol?
Doom?
Oh, that's the
Patrol.
Oh, that's another one.
the
Yeah.
superhero one.
It
yeah.
is endorsed by DC.
Okay.
So it's their characters.
Right.
But the whole storyline is how much these superheroes suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love this.
Like the chick who's supposed to like be able to like stretch and like do awesome things. She can't control it. She turns into a giant blob and fucks everything up.
Great.
Like,
I love it.
like
Do people die?
people die. Yeah. People die. Yeah. Yep.
I did
Fun.
watch The Punisher kind of recently.
Oh, the Netflix show?
Good show.
Yeah, I saw that one.
That was pretty
good.
solid.
Dude,
There's a
yeah.
solid thing with that. I
He was
heard.
kind of
Yeah.
a miserable
I
superhero.
love Punisher too. Like
Yeah,
Punisher was
good
one
character,
of my favorite.
yeah.
I have a bunch of the comics from back in the day that I collected.
Did you do the Daredevil?
I haven't done that one yet.
Okay, I'll recommend the Daredevil just because from a filmmaking perspective, it's really good.
Okay.
There's like, I think it's in like the 2nd season. There's this fucking crazy like 3-minute long action sequence that's all one take.
Oh, okay.
And I forget what episode it's in.
So,
it's a
yeah,
prison. It's a
just to
prison
pull
breakout.
it off. You're like,
Yeah,
damn.
yeah. So you just watch it and you're still watching. And you're like, I don't think they've cut for a while. I think this has still been one
Like
scene.
1912 style.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. It's crazy. It's like,
Damn.
and then it takes place. It's a spoiler alert. It's a prison breakout. He's breaking out of
Okay.
prison,
Okay.
but it's like fucking 4 minutes, unbroken shot, and it's crazy. And you're
Okay.
like,
Damn, dude.
it still hasn't cut. How is it like not? Yeah,
With all that stuff going on.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I'm good.
It's always amazing.
Besides, I mean, we're gonna say shows, and you're gonna say being open. Once everything is back to like quote unquote normal,
I gotta pee.
like what are you most looking forward to? Like what are you jonesing for the most that you haven't been
Oh
able to do?
man, I mean, I had quite a few really good concerts lined up this year for
what got
various
canceled?
bands, and
Yeah, who got
I mean, they
canceled
all
for you?
refunded me. So there
That's
was
good.
Primus was going to play a whole Rush album plus their set.
Oh my
That would've been
god,
rad.
dude.
That band Baroness I was talking about was going to play at the Observatory.
Fuck.
There was a few other, I can't remember them, but yeah, I had at least maybe 4 shows that got. I mean, they refunded me, so I guess I
That's
just
good.
complain.
Yeah.
You know?
But it was you bought it ahead of time. Like, oh,
Well, then
Mine
I get the
wasn't a-
reminders on my Google
Oh.
calendar. It's like,
Oh.
oh, Primus tonight in San Diego. And it's like, oh man,
I had
damn
one
Corona.
I had one ticket that got refunded for me, and it was a double whammy because it was a comedian, and he had sexual allegations against him, Crystalia. So not
Oh,
only
that guy.
did he get canceled and
He got
refunded,
double canceled.
Yeah, he got like cut off from the world.
He got like life canceled.
yeah, his life got canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I think that I
Hmm?
bought, but
I think I'm good.
I think was it Dodson was supposed to go see that Fallout Boy, Green Day,
Hella mega.
dude. Yeah,
We were gonna
I know.
go- we were
Dude,
gonna
we
go
know
to that
like
as well. Yeah.
I think you guys were supposed to go too.
Yes.
There's multiple people we all knew,
And so
that
it's
were
just
looking forward
postponed
that,
to the
dude.
same date next year.
Okay,
Yeah, we'll see.
sure.
I mean, it was Dodger Stadium or something like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it is somewhere
massive.
fucking
Yeah.
massive.
Right.
So,
So I mean,
ooh,
yeah.
We'll
so
see.
yesterday
30% capacity or
Yeah,
something.
right.
10%. There's just
Get your
speckles.
own row.
I don't know how they're gonna do that. Yeah, it'll be in
Uh,
like July, August of 2021. But let's again, once vaccine happens and once we see like
What
numbers,
vaccine?
actually,
There's no vaccine.
You're a vaccine.
Get
You're a
out of here.
vaccine.
it's gonna have
Just- The vaccine is just talking about it.
vaccine and stimulus November the 1st. Come on.
Boom. Hey, all right.
yeah.
I mean,
And then Trump will be like, I got it.
I mean, and then
I did this.
even like bigger bands, that I bought tickets to, even just going to someplace cool like the Wayfarer Observatory.
No shit,
I miss
right?
that.
Fucking A, right?
just
Yeah.
Having a good time. seen people playing their ass off, local bands, people having a good time. I feel like
Honestly, I do. It does give me
pretty,
hope for local bands because people will just be so desperate, like
Hopefully.
yeah. Hopefully, that's the hope, right? Like anyone will just want to
People
go
are just
anywhere.
they're just so desperate they're just at home trying not to kill themselves. I
I know I could go out, but I'm scared.
I don't have any money to
but they're all
going
going
to
to be broke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too. Yeah, that too. You're right. That is a good
A
point.
lot of free shows when it comes back around.
Yeah.
Just to get the people out and say,
Yeah.
come on, it's all right.
It's
all
okay.
right.
It's okay.
It's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Listen to
We
the-
did a
listen to us
show
play.
in Mount Baldy, the Mount Baldy Lodge.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
2 weeks ago during the
Oh,
heat
sweet.
wave. We were
Yeah,
sleeping.
right in the square in the middle of the heat wave.
But we just need anything to pay the bills, and it was just a cover gig. But we had played there in December or January.
Was
December,
it like a drive-in
yeah.
kind of thing, or how was it?
No.
It's like if you. The
Like
easiest way to sum
outdoors
it up,
or
and
like-
it's not perfectly like this, but if you think about a donut, and around the outside of the donut is a bunch of cabins you can rent. In the middle of the donut
Oh,
is
alright.
like a little stage, some volleyball, a basketball court, and a pool.
And a
So like
pool.
a
So-
campground kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like a
Exactly.
campground thing
So
with
they
a bunch
had
of
like
cabins.
their own
yeah.
thing, bunch of tables just separated as far away from each
Yeah.
other, and they just had people that were obviously renting,
Yeah.
and the seats.
It's like a
And they're-
vacation
Yeah,
destination.
they're running food out of the lodge and running
Yeah.
beers out to everyone. It was fun. I mean, it was
It felt like old times, honestly.
Dude, it was
Yeah.
118 at the bottom and then
Oh.
96 at the top. So
Yeah.
at least we were under 100.
118.
Yeah, 118.
Dude.
That day, yeah. It was
That
nice.
day it was
Yeah.
118, and then we got up the mountain. It was
Tempered.
like 90. Yeah, 90
Yeah.
something. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
only 90 something.
But everyone was like super. Yeah, they were far. Like I think the closest person came up to like tell us a song, from a distance.
right. From like
And besides
more than 6 feet away.
Besides that, you've got a driveway and then this whole thing going on.
Yeah,
so
and like an entire volleyball court.
so like
right?
the first
Yeah.
seat is
Yeah.
like 30
feet
feet.
away.
Yeah, 30
Yeah.
probably.
So
Yeah.
it wasn't like the Dakota Sturgis rally.
No.
No.
COVID outbreak
not.
is at 0.
Yeah, it was not.
There
it was somewhere in between that and Trapped set, the Trapped set at the Sturgis.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, somewhere
That's
in
right.
between.
Played
Trapped.
there?
Yeah,
Traps played.
yeah.
Wow.
I think
Yeah,
of like
that's right.
33
Think of
people.
getting
Yeah, it's like
COVID
30.
to see Trapped. That's pretty bad, man.
Think of seeing Trapped.
Yeah.
To get COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, risking COVID to get
Yeah.
Yeah.
They played Malone's here on the corner, like
really.
Recently.
6 months ago.
Yeah,
I might
before COVID,
risk
yeah.
it to see like a good band, you know.
Yeah,
Like, all right, I'll go see Children of Bodom probably. But
Yeah,
I'm not gonna go see Trapped. Yeah.
Trapped.
But also with Children of Bodom, like you're like, if I get a disease here,
I deserve it.
it's kind of metal.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
If I get a disease at Trapped,
Yeah, if I die,
It's
that's,
just-
you know,
yeah, I
it's,
die.
you know, die doing what you love. Kind of thing.
Children of Bodom
I
concert.
think about that. When are mosh pits gonna come?
I
back?
know.
Like, never.
Shit,
Ever.
Like
Never.
never.
Or it's going to be like vicious mosh pits.
It's going to be the
people that are in
wall
it
of
are
death.
just
Wall of
pissed,
death.
dude.
Oh, yeah.
They just come with their own like
Oh,
suture
man.
knives and string. Like let's fucking cut each
No,
other.
like to
up.
enter the mosh pit, you have to have a mask.
No, to enter the mosh pit, you
People
gotta
wear
rip
masks
your
in mosh
eyebrow
pits
ring out.
already.
It's true.
Those hardcore
It's true.
ones with the bandanas and shit.
Well, okay, to enter the mosh pit, you have to have a Slipknot mask.
You have to be in Slipknot.
You have to be
Yeah.
some
In order to enter, you have to be Slipknot.
some version of the band's members.
Right.
You have to have one of their masks.
Wait, he left. We got to talk shit on him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah,
this
Fuck
guy.
Mike.
Yeah.
He
yeah.
brought great beer.
He brought
and
the best beer.
Bottle openers and
Yeah, he gave us merch.
shirts and.
He gave-
Shout out Santa
Yeah.
Ana River Brewery. But
Dude.
We're gonna get him in. We have to get him drunk enough to give us our own beer. 'Cause
Yes.
we still got to make it happen.
this was a plan years ago.
now-
Literally years ago.
and now that he's
Don't
locked
tell
down,
the plan. He's gonna
Allegedly.
hear this.
Allegedly.
he knows. He knows.
Everyone knows.
But
Yeah, yeah.
now he's in with like the beer festival.
Wait,
you
those
know,
are bottle
championship.
openers?
Yeah,
Oh, that's super sick.
That's pretty cool.
super
He
rad.
gave us
Yeah.
3 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
T-shirts.
Hashtag more hops than brains. So we
Yeah,
got you
dude.
know.
That's our favorite one.
It is our
Fucking
favorite
thing,
one so
yeah.
far, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. We still got one more left, though.
That might be the Saigon Stout.
I think that's the,
which
yeah.
Shawnee Pants is obsessed with.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Fuck
Vietnamese.
I'm not a
coffee
big stout guy. Case in point.
It's very sweet.
Not a big stout
How
guy.
dare you?
It's very sweet. You're gonna like it.
Yeah, I'll like
I
it.
think you'll like it.
Yeah,
It's
I'll-
very very well flavored.
I can take stouts in small doses. Yeah, dude. I mean, fuck, nice of these guys to
That's crazy. The Blindboss dude is playing with him because seriously, I saw that name everywhere.
Right?
Yeah,
Well,
I did
he
too.
was-
Last year or
He's
so.
always at those events.
Yeah.
We've run into him before.
I know.
Even though we like met him today, it was
And we saw him at the brewery, but also
Yeah.
I think we played we've played a show and friends of we didn't even get.
possible.
He left. and I
He's
was-
in the scene.
We were gonna smoke outside. And I was gonna be like,
Yeah.
So which bands do we know? Because I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
we know a
He
bunch.
does
of the
feel
same.
like someone that would be in the San Diego scene. Like as soon as you said it, I was like, oh yeah, he does look like a dude that would know those people. Even
Yeah.
if he doesn't,
He doesn't.
he would fit in.
I was thinking
Like,
of
for
Mainsail as the solo act down in San Diego, who the really super fucking tall guy
Yeah,
that did sound for us at that
Yeah.
brewery.
I remember
for
him.
Riot Scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Blindboss is also a solo project.
Yeah, that's cool.
An easy tale from the U, which is funny and not hateful or anything.
Yeah.
But this is where I'm at with trucks and not caring anymore.
Yeah.
This guy comes in and he's like, I got a reservation today. And I was like, okay, what's your last name? Pull it up. I just need your driver's license. And he just unfolds a piece of paper, and it's a picture of his license printed on a piece of paper.
Is that right?
And that's it. I was like, sorry, man, I can't do anything with that. He's like,
Yeah.
it's right here. I'm like, that's a picture of your driver's license.
yeah.
I have to scan it into the system.
Yeah.
I need the back as well. He's like, I don't have that. I was like, well, I can't rent to you.
Yeah.
And he gets a little shitty, and I just pointed the thing. I'm like, hey, man, you got a wife? You got a friend? He's like, my wife's in my car. I'm like, go get her. Does she have a driver's license? Go get her. He goes and gets her. He comes back, and he's like, well, I do this paper with my wife. I want to look at one of these trucks, make sure I'm getting what I want. And I'm like, yeah, no problem, dude. Well, definitely. Here's a key. Go unlock the back of one of these trucks. It's just right out here. It'll unlock any one.
Yeah.
Do paperwork, and he gets back in, and he's like, so happy. He's like, oh, so happy with my decision to get this size truck. I'm like, perfect, dude. I'm glad you're getting what you want. This whole time, they're asking me more and more questions. I work at U-Haul. This is a U-Haul story.
Tales from the U.
The whole time, this old couple is like doing this reservation with me. My other employee counterpart is like sent out 2 people. And we get to the end. I'm finally like, all right, fuck, dude. Let's go out to your truck and make sure shit lines up.
Yeah.
I'm like, you got the key? He's like, I left it in the lock. I was like, okay, let's go out to the car and get it out of the back of the lock. So we go out there. He's like, oh, it's in the car that got rented. I was like, what? Oh. Like, I left the lock. I was like, who leaves keys and locks in a public area?
Oh.
I was like, that key that I gave you was the key to the vehicle that you're renting? And that vehicle only has 1 key. It's now on the back of someone else's truck that's driving right now. I don't know if it fell out of the lock or not, but let me give him a call. Stand right here. And I had other ones I could just mod him into.
Yeah,
I'm like, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
He came in without a license.
Yeah.
He then asked me for extra shit while I do it. And then he leaves. Who leaves a key?
Who
that
doesn't bring back the key?
I grabbed the key off a wall
Yeah.
and handed it to him and go, this gold key is for the lock. Who leaves that shit in another car?
A guy that doesn't have his license to
Luckily.
get a rental
Yeah, yeah.
car.
Same
Luckily
guy.
for that dude, the person who rented the vehicle next to it was like down the street.
Okay,
so he
good.
rode his bike down and gave it to him. Yeah. Well, that's my easy
God
going.
bless Huntington Beach.
It's my easy-going tale
Tales
from
from the U.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beach Boulevard, man. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh. Is this their brand, HS? Used to be?
They're still
Ooh.
called Herbstrong. But they
Herbstrong.
Yeah, so they're all about CBD, athletic performance.
What's this last guy we got going here?
Okay, so this beer right here is the collab brew we did with the newest Santa Ana brewery. They're called Cervecito
Yeah.
off of 4th Street. I want to say Broadway, Maine, something around there.
Okay.
In that downtown area.
Yeah.
But we've
Artsy
known,
district, right?
Yeah, right over there.
Yeah, yeah.
Near all the artist lofts and all that type of stuff. And we've known the head brewer and the taproom manager, Kevin and Britt, over there.
Shout out
for
Kevin
a
and Britt.
while. Yeah. So they've been in the industry for years. And they kind of took over for the guys who bought. It used to be called the Good Beer Company. I don't know if you
Good
guys
beer.
ever went
Yeah.
there.
Good beer.
Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
did sours
Badass
and
old
farmhouse.
brick company.
Yeah.
They're like the old brick building they had down
Super
there.
rad building.
Yeah.
Super rad building.
Yep. So they took that over, and they're getting ready to open towards the end of the month, I think. And so their first collab beer was with us, which is cool. Just keep
Hell
it
yeah.
local Santa Ana.
I love
Fuck
that.
yeah.
We just tried to go super hard on West Coast Double IPA.
Nice.
Oh, man.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, this one's clocking in at around 9%.
Yeah.
So,
I will say, like,
You'll feel it.
even Four Sons, I'm not always.
What was the last one? What is the more hops than brains?
8.2.
Okay.
Or, yeah, 8.2, I think. Okay.
Four Sons never
more
has
hops.
like a beer that I love, but the great one is a pretty great staple.
Yeah, Four Sons is great.
Four Sons is awesome.
Dude,
Yeah.
those guys
There you go.
fucking hustle
Yeah.
so
They do.
hard.
It just, I'm looking for the shining beer that makes
they
you want to
keep-
come back.
I
They
keep
don't have
seeing
one
them
for me.
doing. They're doing a distillery over there.
Oh, and they just
Yeah,
opened
dude.
I just saw they opened like a Nashville hot chicken style restaurant.
Jesus
in,
What?
Christ, that family just doesn't. They
There's
they don't
Four Sons,
sleep.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, right in Bellaterra. So I think it's called. I can't remember what it's called, but something hot chicken by Four Sons. It's over
Oh,
there.
geez.
So that
That's
just,
awesome.
just opened recently.
Shout out those
And then
guys.
Laguna Beach Beer Co. actually opened a spot in Bellaterra also.
No shit.
So, yeah, a couple
That's great.
breweries over there now too.
That's
So I didn't
great.
even know. I haven't been over to Bellaterra in quite some time.
Yeah, I used to live real close to there, but I haven't been there
The
recently.
only thing that I go over there for is the HB Farmers Market, which
Oh,
isn't
yeah.
at the Bellaterra. It's at Gothard and Warner.
Oh yeah, just
In a little
past
bit,
there.
yeah,
Yeah,
by
yeah.
Fuji Burger or
Okay.
whatever.
Yeah. Oh
That's
man,
the
that place
best.
is cool.
And it's so cheap.
Fuji's good.
I've been-
that market is good. Good
Dude.
fruit, starter plants.
I got
and all
3
that
bags
stuff.
of shit the other day for like $21, and I also bought a thing of honey that was $11.
I've said it so many
so
times.
it was $11 of shit.
I've
That
said
was
it
just-
time and time again. If you give me limes for like 15 for $1, I can't go back. I can never go back to any other price for limes.
Yeah.
Well,
That's HP's Farmers.
it was
Yeah.
15 for $2.25, and you must buy 15.
bullshit. Boycott.
Boycott.
All
it,
right,
Craig.
did you tell us the name of this beer?
Service
Oh, yeah.
Cito?
So this is
Oh.
called. This is called Hopperoni in a Pint,
Hopperoni in a pint.
named after our spirit animal Cardi B
Ah.
and her song WAP. She's got a
Yeah.
line that goes Hopperoni in a pot.
Okay.
That's some
Hopperoni.
WAP.
This is the WAP beer?
Yeah.
Wow,
Beer.
cheers to
Yeah,
that.
shout out to
Oh,
the-
my
yeah,
goodness.
cheers, guys.
Yeah, I was telling him, I was like, hey, for Mission Bar tomorrow, we got to say there's some pores in this house.
I saw a great
Pun game.
meme that
Locked in.
said,
Beer.
it was California just hired Cardi B and her wet ass pussy to put out the fire, and it's
Oh, I
just
did
her
see
with her
that
legs
too.
spread
Yeah.
and just water going out of it.
Dude, she did that interview with Biden. That was pretty
I
funny.
didn't even see it.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, he managed to barely make an old man joke.
Nice.
Call me Joey B.
Oh, boy.
Fun.
God.
I mean, impressive. He remembered his last name. He remembered what his last name was. That was cool. Like, you know.
He just remembered the letter.
Yeah, well, yes, I mean, still, that's like a victory. A small victory.
He had a 1 in 26 shot and he nailed it.
Who knows? It might have been like the 20th take.
And he was
You know,
only
like-
choosing that one because it rhymed with the Cardi, because it is the same
That's
as the
right,
Cardi B
yeah,
one. He
yeah.
only chose B because.
So he remembered
Yeah, yeah.
his first name.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's all he really remembered. He
Hot
was just
damn.
trying to copy Cardi B.
Well, Cardi was on, she was in Bernie's camp
Was
Yeah,
she?
She had
She
a
was-
couple interviews with him.
in 2016
Yeah.
even.
Okay.
Yeah, she wanted him
She
both
was pretty
times.
coherent. I
Okay.
mean, she laid out some pretty good policy issues. I thought, she
Okay.
might want to be like one of his
Well,
advisors
hopefully
or
she'll
something.
sway
Yeah.
sway 20 people to vote.
Come on, Cardi in the cabinet.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Come
Cardi
on.
in the cabinet.
Cardi
Cardi in the cabinet.
Next album.
Vote. This is why you
Secretary of
vote.
Defense.
Everybody, this is why you vote. If you want to see Cardi B in the cabinet, you got to vote in this fucking election.
Yo, Russia, if you don't want us to keep fucking your shit, we're going to drop a bomb on your ass. So, you know? yeah. Oh,
Birdman's in
Well,
this one?
I guess Cardi for president, I suppose.
Cardi for president.
I mean, it's just
2024.
It's just as good a vote, right?
yeah, it is. Yeah.
Equal votes.
Equal votes.
Yeah,
Equal
maybe
votes.
her and The Rock could team up or something.
That's
I feel like that'd be
easy.
a winning
That's a
ticket.
winning
Done.
ticket.
Yeah.
That is an easy
Did
winning
you see
ticket.
the headline today that Trump wants to do a 4-hour debate versus
Oh,
Joe
yeah,
Biden
with
wants Joe Rogan to or be the
Moderator?
Yeah, mediator. Or
That
whatever.
would be
Yeah.
rad.
Wow.
That would be fucking
That
rad.
would be
Yeah,
pretty-
he would
it'd be
just
good TV.
destroy both of them.
It'd be
Yeah,
good
he
TV.
would. He would
Yeah.
just like, that's wrong. Why? What are you talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think either of them could handle 4 hours though.
No,
I don't think
neither
Rogan
of them
would
could
do
do
it
4
either.
hours. Yeah.
No.
Rogan could do 4 hours, but they
Oh yeah.
couldn't.
I just don't think he would
Yeah.
do it with him.
Rogan be a hell of a moderator. He'd be like,
Yeah.
yeah, but really?
But they all have to do DMT before it starts. That's the main requirement.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my
yeah, but if
God.
you've done
And it's a
DMT
15-minute. It's a 15-minute debate. As long as they're on, it's only 15
All
minutes
right,
long.
so tell me about aliens.
All the aliens I know are coming in without paperwork. That's why we're building the wall.
Man, I'm hoping they still have the debates. I mean, sounds like some good entertainment.
Yeah.
I
mean,
don't watch them.
I wouldn't watch them.
They can at the very least put the two guys at podiums and have someone in the middle. You know, they don't need people in that audience. You're going to need
Why
a
don't they
debate.
Zoom it, dude?
Yeah, I was gonna say Zoom debate.
Do you want to know why we need the debate? Is because there's still the 5% of the electorate that doesn't know who they're voting for.
the stupidest people on the planet?
And that's who's going to watch.
It's even stupider than Trump supporters. Is if you don't know,
If you
like, how do
don't
you not know?
Because some people don't know. Oliver.
no, I would respect a Trump supporter before I'd respect an undecided voter.
I wrote in Joe
heard it here
Exotic
first on the
2016.
voters.
Just like, pick a side, motherfucker.
It's the illusion of choice. Don't you understand? Some people
You're right.
really want to, exercise that vote and make sure that, they feel
It
good
really matters.
about it. It's really about sleeping at night. Really. That's what it's
It's really
all
about the children. Think about the children.
I looked at the sunset today. I was like, wow, that looks like we're on Mars. I don't know if I'll sleep well tonight, right? And so if writing in Joe Exotic in 2020 will make me feel great,
yeah.
I'm going to do it again.
I mean,
Yeah.
I usually go for the libertarian, whoever it is.
Good call.
Yeah.
Joe
I think
Jorgensen this time?
Joe Jorgensen.
I did
Joe
Gary
It is a
Johnson.
lady.
Gary Johnson last year. I guess I'll do Joe
Gary
this
Johnson
year.
last
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Bring back Ron Paul.
Bring
back
back
Ron
I vote for him.
Oh, Rand Paul's just been really letting his dad down.
Yeah.
He's definitely
Rand
not,
is
not the same.
He
Just
is
a-
not his father's.
a little twerp.
Yeah, he's not,
Yeah.
not quite on the same level.
Super morbid, but when I hear Rand Paul, I just think about the time we were driving to, I think Timeless Pines or something. We were super late because a dude jumped off the bridge and killed
Yes.
himself. And on the bridge was Rand Paul, and then underneath was a Mini Cooper with a body on top of it.
What?
So that's my memory.
That is a
of
good
Rand
story.
Paul now.
He
I
told
don't-
you all the details you needed to know.
I didn't know this story,
in
though.
the recap. Yeah. We
When was this?
We were headed to a gig. This is like mid last year.
It was
So-
L.A.
We were going to LA.
Yeah.
And the freeway was closed because someone jumped off the bridge
I obviously wasn't with you guys.
into a Mini Cooper. No.
Okay.
Yeah, there was like
No.
a
I believe you were
football field
living
prior
in
with
LA.
a
I was-
shoe.
yeah.
Yes. I
What
believe
the
you were living
fuck?
in LA at the time.
Yeah.
And we were meeting at the gig.
Okay.
Right.
Huh?
It was awesome.
Anyway, that's Rand Paul for you.
Yeah.
that's
Rand
Rand
Paul is a suicide off an LA bridge.
Yep.
That weird
2020.
haired man. You know, he's like,
Yeah.
I was watching football last night because football's back,
Mhm.
and it was the Rams' first game at their new stadium across from the Forum.
Yeah.
And since you guys don't care about sports,
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what you feel about sports. This is the
Football?
only fact that I held on to for you guys.
meh.
Have,
Not too worried about it.
have you seen that the Dallas Cowboys one, the stadium?
Oh yeah.
Correct. So-
Tough life. At least it's not
Super tough. We lost in the fourth quarter yesterday.
It helps
23
shape
points.
the rest of your
By
life. You know?
23 points.
Or we-
You're
no,
never-
We had a lead.
You're
and
never
we
disappointed.
You lost
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
fourth quarter
Yeah.
with a 23-point lead.
Yeah, or 21
Lions.
points. But either way,
Yeah.
so Dallas Cowboys have a giant new stadium. It's got that giant screen we all saw.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
That cost, I think, $1.5 billion.
Madness.
Okay.
The LA Rams
Mhm.
is insane looking. It's got a clear roof, but it's a roof,
Yeah.
and it lets through all the wind on the side. How much did it cost to build that one?
I'm guessing 3.
I like it. Where are you going?
2.
$6.22.
Yeah, $5 billion.
What?
What the hell?
Dude, it's got
Damn.
like it's got a like 3-tiered lake
It's
out front of it.
crazy.
It's like you just look at it, you're like, why does it need this much?
The Olympics.
Just for this shot to see the big
No,
building.
the Olympics.
It's
It's the
what?
Olympics.
No,
Olympics.
it's
The Olympics. They're coming in 4 years.
is
5
it, well, Super Bowl also is
It's
next
for
year.
the, you're telling me it's for the Chargers?
No, it's for the Rams.
Oh, it's for the okay. Well,
It's also partly owned by
they
Jerry
going-
Jones, I think, who owns the Cowboys.
Oh,
one.
really?
Yeah.
And
I thought it was the dude who owned the
Maybe-
Rams originally in the
maybe
hockey
it's
team or
maybe
something.
it's Jerry Jones made it happen, but something they showed him he was there,
Oh, okay.
and
At
then
the stadium.
How
the
is that
Super
guy
Bowl.
still alive? That guy
Dude.
looks like he's a million years old.
Super
'Cause he
Bowl
drinks
got pushed
baby
back
blood.
a year because it was supposed to be
Lots
this year
of,
at this one, but they weren't
adrenochrome.
sure it was going to be done or not, so they pushed back to
eats the
next year.
babies, man. We know.
But it's probably Olympics too.
At a certain tax bracket, you just have access.
So
That's
did
what
you
they-
see any of the stuff where Nita Strauss, that super shredder guitar player who's in Alice Cooper's band now, she's doing every opening game like national anthem.
Oh, cool.
Just shredding.
No,
Doing
Yeah.
all of them? Cool.
I guess, yeah.
I didn't even know that.
I bet it's probably just the same recording.
I mean,
Nope.
She can't
They
tour.
flew- yeah,
No,
I was-
she like posts a thing about
Yeah,
her
yeah.
just like shredding over
That's
some,
great.
national anthem and some just like rock songs.
Fuck yeah.
Good for her. Yeah.
It's like, hey, better than Cardi B, I guess.
Yeah.
How
I'll take
dare
it.
you?
We're bringing back football. We might have a little face melted.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd rather have my face melted.
This is dangerous. It does not taste anywhere close to
To 9?
9%.
Yeah, this
It's
doesn't taste
just
like
under
9.
9. It was 8.93.
No. Did you hit it on purpose because it tastes like
Yeah, it tastes
I just
great.
try
It's
like
a
the
6, 7?
I think
That's
the hops
very
definitely
dangerous.
cover up any hotness you might feel, and then
Yeah,
just
no, it's
very dry,
super smooth.
The
fermentation.
the
Just trying
dry-
to get very dry. So
'cause
you get
a-
that sweet booziness. It's not
That's
good
exactly
and,
it. Because as soon as it starts to creep up, that sweetness,
Yeah.
that sugary, like takes you out of
It's
the
not
game.
good.
And this, yeah,
Dude, it's definitely what I mean.
I don't know. This may
The
be
brain
this may
haze
be
is
the
awesome too,
driest,
but-
highest alcohol.
I was gonna
I like
say
it.
for
Had a
how
while.
alcoholic it is,
Yeah.
it tastes so dry
Yeah,
and smooth.
I would
like-
drink
Thank
2 or
you.
3 of them and be in trouble.
Yeah, that's
Definitely what we're going for. Oh
that's
yeah,
the bad
This whole
news.
lunar
That's the bad
night.
news.
Right.
Yeah.
If you have
Yeah.
2 pints real quick because you're just talking with someone and it goes down that easy,
Yeah.
you won't realize it until you get off that bar stool.
Mhm.
I've told a couple of friends it's kind of like divorce juice. Be careful, you might like piss off your wife.
Divorce shoes.
Just gonna make an ass of yourself. She's gonna reconsider her life.
She's not gonna like you when you get home. I hope you said something very sweet, or you had flowers on the
Definitely
way.
not getting laid tonight. Yeah.
Even if you wanted to, you can't. You're too drunk. Yeah. That's funny.
Well, what are we at? Are we at?
I don't know.
How long? Do you have any idea how long we've done? Anyone?
Looks like we're right about 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2-ish hours.
Yeah, man.
We can
Fuck.
keep poking your
Flew
brain.
by, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if you still got time, we can keep poking your brain. Otherwise, we can say
Let's
Thanks
say
for
goodbye. Do
listening.
you guys have anything we should put at the end of this episode? Like any
Yeah.
room recordings or demos or things you want us to plug at the end?
Oh, I'd say mostly about the tap takeover we're doing at Mission,
There you go.
and then our location is 3480 West Warner Avenue.
boom.
I'll put
Santa
that up
Ana.
on the video. Yeah.
And we're in between Harbor and Fairview off Warner Avenue.
There you go.
And right
Yep.
now we're just open Friday through Sundays, but you can always email us or Instagram us, and if one of us is there, we're definitely down to sell you guys some beer to go.
Drink some
Okay.
beer.
If you're gonna edit that, cool. But now I have to have a follow-up question because I remembered something I was gonna ask him earlier and I didn't
Yeah, I don't
remember.
care.
Your
I will-
brother?
Brother?
Who else works at your? Who'd you open this with? Who works with you? Is there a partner? Is it just you?
Yeah, the other owner is my buddy Jeff. We've been friends since we were little kids. We grew up around the corner from each other. And
So your brother.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then we, at one point, were roommates, and that's where we got involved in home brewing and stuff like that.
There you
Gotcha.
go. So he's been with you the whole time, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. So,
But he's the other guy. Anytime I'm there, it's Jeff. He's the other guy.
yeah.
Or seen-
All right.
Yeah. You guys talk the same. I assumed at some point you were related or had gone back forever.
we've
Yeah.
just known each other forever, and
That's probably why.
yeah. I just kind of handled the brewing side of it, make sure our beers don't suck, and try to handle the back end bookkeeping.
Okay.
And, he kind of holds down the distribution end and the tap room and stuff like that. So
Gotcha.
Cool, man.
yeah, and then we definitely have some friends who volunteer and help us out, and help us work on days that are busy, like when we do events, like the one you guys did. We definitely need some extra help and whatnot. So,
Gotcha. Totally.
Sure.
At least you got a good core group.
yeah, we're very lucky, man. All our friends and family who's helped us out since we've opened. Wouldn't be here without them for sure.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
It takes a village.
Yeah,
At
well,
least that's what they say.
you guys
To
are
raise a
also
brewery.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, not
Brew a
only
beer.
not only on the booze side, but like on the music side, you're so honest, like locally hooked up, like homie to the max. Your drummer is in his solo project and then plays with 3 other bands, and
Yeah.
you've been in this space where like you're maybe the mayor of Orange County, right? Like the different factions of people that you know and work with and have networked with in this time.
I feel like the brewery has definitely brought back a lot of people that I fell out of contact with, kind of like Max was saying.
Hey,
and
nothing like a beer to bring people together. Yeah.
Well, yeah, just instead of floating around, being kind of more anchored here again and reconnecting with people and meeting a lot of new people like you guys too. You know, guys
Yeah,
are always
for
been
sure.
cool, and
Yeah.
I
How
wish
many
we
years-
could have concerts, man.
Oh my
again,
God.
it'd be
Right.
sweet to have you
We'd
guys
be
back
there in a
there.
heartbeat,
So,
man.
yeah,
Don't
yeah.
we all?
It's, you know, so everyone like you guys, you know, Max, like any of the bands who have played shows that have helped us be successful that first crucial year, and
Sure.
you know, and just like I said, Mission Bar down the street in Santa Ana always supported us.
Yeah.
Different food trucks, other local breweries.
Oh, shout out to
yeah.
Lords of Dust, right?
Lords of Dust have been badass for
Yeah.
us. We've done a few events with them. One at the Wayfair, that was real cool. We opened for them, so that was fun. And then they played at our show too, and brought a ton of people out. And yeah. So it's all about just I think
Be
just-
nice to people.
Yeah, be cool. Don't be
Yeah.
a lame, and
Yeah.
put your resources towards people that matter versus fucking
Lamos.
Budweiser,
Yeah.
Walmart.
Yeah.
Like help,
Yeah.
help
Dude, that
small
series-
businesses.
Support local
Like,
shit.
yeah.
That series you guys did at your tasting room with the live music comedy trapeze artists, outdoor.
Oh, yeah,
food
Not right, that
theater,
fucking
like,
circus troupe.
dude.
That
Like,
was so cool.
yeah, what a
That was a fun one.
huge, unique, different type of event. Like no one.
Yeah, dude, there's people
There's
just, like,
no one
flipping around
expects
and doing
that.
weird ass
Just like
shit.
in the background.
That
Yeah.
was a wild
Yeah.
one. That was our other buddy. There's called the Beach City Cowboys.
Shout out
now.
Beach City Cowboys.
Yeah, and my buddy Ethan, I've known him for at least 10 years too, and cool man. And him and his wife organized that. That was all on them, kind of, and they set up a lot of the bands for us that played that show. But a few of those events led to some flack for the landlord, so we kind of scaled it back. I'm sure they had some lawyers yell at him or something.
Dude, right? Dude, when you got people doing acrobatics on top of asphalt,
Yeah.
the lawyers are probably like, "Hey, did you get gajillion-dollar insurance for this?"
Like, what do you mean insurance? These are performers. They got their own, right?
Yeah. They signed
Yeah,
themselves
these
up.
crazy gypsy travelers from Colorado totally have liability.
Right?
Yeah, of course they do.
Yeah, they totally have a home back in Scandinavia.
Yeah.
Because they live in this bus.
Yeah, some of them for like different
They
countries.
were all
Yeah,
European.
they may
yeah.
have toured from Colorado,
I
but like,
forgot.
yeah.
I think one of the chicks said she was from Scandinavia or something. Or
Russia, I think there's a
There was
couple.
a Russian
Yeah, or
lady.
maybe it was like Ukraine or something. But one of them.
Yeah.
Was that the show
Yeah.
you guys played? Or
Yeah.
was it a
Yeah.
different one?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
We were
Nice.
there. We saw it.
Yeah.
We saw
You were
these
there,
fucking
at
crazy
least,
people. Yeah.
I feel like we played our maybe. No, we did
there?
play.
We did play. Yeah.
Yeah.
We did.
I think we
We were like early in the day, but yeah, we saw him.
our attitude since we're open was kind of like, the whole ask for forgiveness. After
Yeah.
the fact kind of thing.
totally.
Sure.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
so they eventually caught on to that. So
I bet.
what are they going to do? Kick us out? And they're like,
Yeah.
we'll kick you out. Okay, fair enough.
all right.
Yeah.
Okay,
So we'll
fine.
reel it in a
I
little.
won't do it again.
And that was actually, we started catching all that heat towards the end of last year. And then everything obviously went crazy.
Yeah.
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 So, but they were actually pretty understanding with the situation and approved all the paperwork to do the outside patio and try to help us survive and things like that.
That is
So,
rad.
Because otherwise, what are you
You know.
gonna do? Like, hey, if you don't help, if we can't make this happen, I have to just close.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I just can't afford to.
Yeah.
Do you know what business is? I'm not getting
Yeah.
any.
And I think it's different just going through emails or like voicemails versus sitting in a room with someone
Always.
and
Yeah,
chopping it up with them and be like, hey, here's where we're at. So
Always.
we aren't trying to be disrespectful.
Lost
We're,
in
we're just trying to
translation,
survive.
dude.
We're trying to,
Yeah.
so maybe
It's not,
that,
you don't have any malicious intent
Yeah.
or anything. You're just
If
trying to stay
business
afloat.
deals
yeah.
were conducted via Facebook posts, everyone's fucked. You know?
No one
It's
would work
only-
with each other.
It's only when you get face to face with someone and
Yeah.
like just
I'm not trying
All
to be
right.
an asshole.
Yeah,
I swear.
neither of us. Yay!
Yeah, yeah,
Plus,
yeah.
do you
People,
think-
unless
right?
you're Trumpy.
Well,
Unless you're Trumpy. Unless you're a bit Trumpy. If you're Trumpy,
Then it's even worse.
then
if
it's
you're
worse.
in person.
Yeah. Then it's like how
Wrong.
How are you even?
Wrong.
Yeah.
wrong. Fake news, wrong.
I totally found all these ways to screw you now.
And there's no way you're the only person that's having this issue.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I'm
that's
sure
true.
they have
They've got
everyone.
tons of other tenants,
Dude.
different
Yeah.
restaurants that are doing the same thing, and
A lot of the building that
It's
you're
tough
at,
all over.
isn't the building that you're at does a lot of storage units too?
Upstairs, it's all personal storage.
I can imagine that got real stretched when everyone started
Probably.
just not having money.
Yeah.
Like, I guess I'm selling all the stuff in storage.
Yeah.
I guess
And the
I'm just
same like realtor holding company, I think they have a few big Korean barbecue and a few Buffalo Wild Wings places that have to do the same thing, or they had to
Cool.
now.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think that made them realize, like, oh, they aren't just crazy drunks making this up.
Yeah.
Like, you could actually do this.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a legal thing. We aren't just like saying we want to have a
A
party
brewery,
in the
yeah.
backyard.
Right.
Like, with like tents
In
and
our
easy ups. Like,
garage.
trust us,
Yeah.
we don't want to do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it's way easier for us to have people inside.
Yeah,
you know?
You just go to the city hall, you get your garage sale permit, and you
Yeah.
just use that. If any cop comes by, you're like, no, here's the permit real quick. Just
We live
drive away."
here.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
swear.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm just selling my open bottle of beer.
Yes.
Out of
been
this
in my-
van. It's fine. Don't worry
It's been in
about
this
it.
building for like at least 2 days.
I'm totally checking IDs sometimes.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
I will say, American ingenuity, entrepreneurial hustle. Like, there's been so many people, and this is great. You got paperwork done in order to have an outdoor patio and have food in, just so you can keep like serving
Try
the
to be open
community
a few days
and
at
just
least.
try
I'm
and be
happy
open.
to hear it. At least you were able to do
Yeah,
that.
man.
But
Yeah.
I'm sure there's
Yeah.
people that like aren't in that position to even be able to have that. As shitty as it sounds.
Perks Bar, Main Street, right? They were like, "Hey, we're
Aren't
open."
they in the street?
It's because they have 25 Degrees, the restaurant,
Partnered up with them.
giving them food, like
okay.
giving,
Yeah.
And so today they were like, "Hey, we're closed today and tomorrow because 25 Degrees is closed. So we'll
Yeah.
see you on
And
Wednesday."
we've had to do
Yeah.
that. You know, food trucks are notoriously, in my experience, kind of flaky, kind
Yeah.
of gypsy type of travelers.
Yeah, I've heard nothing
they,
about
they get it better.
They're
It's like-
food trucks. Of
yeah,
course
it's
they
like-
are. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, hey, like
They're literally
you could come
mobile.
do this
Yeah.
wedding or this anniversary and make a guaranteed money,
Right.
or
Yeah.
take a risk.
Right.
You know, there were definitely a couple days where the food truck bailed, and it's kind of like, all right, I guess,
Yeah.
just
Guess we're
good
not
to
open.
Go.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, obviously there's the legal California mandate issue, but also our landlords are pretty on top of everything. So either way, don't want the sheriffs coming up or the landlords using it as an
Yeah.
excuse to mess with you, kind of thing. So, you know, trying to navigate these weird times. It's
We need to get you just like a flat grill. And just
Yeah, grill some burgers.
Hire some
Yeah.
dude on the street, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
started
you
an
grill these
Instagram
burgers?
account called like something bomb burgers. Blah,
Yeah,
blah,
yeah.
blah, buy an easy up.
That's how it works,
Totally
man.
legit.
You just call
Instagram restaurants are real, dude.
Call it like bumming, and then like just don't even have a menu. Like, whatever this guy's got on him today, he's gonna cook, but he ain't got much.
It's maybe only $5 worth of stuff, but you know.
Hey, this counts,
Just like
dude.
go to the
This
Taco
food-
Bell down the street. and just
Resell some
sling
Fiesta
a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, dude, Del Taco's right in that corner.
Resell some Fiesta packs.
I couldn't help but notice your dumpster is full of Taco Bell wrappers. That's just
We
a
love
coincidence.
it. Yeah, we love it.
That's our neighbor. Yeah,
Officer.
I was just hungry. I had
Officer,
lunch.
how dare you accuse this man of
Yeah.
not making a perfect Mexi Melt? Is it not gorgeous? Is it not the most?
Sir, he's asleep behind the bushes. He has a urine stain around his crotch. He didn't make any of these burritos.
Well, as your prediction from the tap room, when do you think things will be back normal? Just throw it out.
Or
there.
at least satisfactorily normal.
Stab in the dark.
Normal to your satisfaction.
Never.
Yeah. 6 months.
6 months? Okay.
6 months.
Maybe spring.
Maybe
Okay.
spring.
Yeah, that's about the
I
same.
think we're
yeah.
going to hit the fall flu wave.
Yeah. Everyone.
It's happening now.
Yep.
Everything's going to get crazy. I think,
Yeah.
again, we could potentially go back to go only.
Yeah.
Or only outdoor, which for us is a bummer because that means we have to staff more people there. We got to drag all this stuff in and out every day. It's a lot more legwork to not really make any more money.
Sure.
You know
Yep.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then obviously we can't do events.
Right.
We can't have the brewery packed. You know,
Yep.
it's for our small space. It's very limiting.
Yep.
So I don't know. To me, maybe next spring.
Let's say next spring.
Yeah, I mean,
Show me
I'm
next
hoping.
spring.
Yeah, I mean,
Show me April.
So then
Yeah.
shows. So it'll be like, right? So then the first show back will be like March 21. And it'll be like 1 year ago reset.
Yeah.
Like this is what we were supposed to do last.
Dealt with this for a year.
It'll be called the 2019 party.
Yeah,
We'll just redo things that were supposed to happen in 2019.
We'll be back
just
in the
we just
Wayfarer.
lose the year.
We'll be like,
We just lose the year.
kicking
The
some
entire
ass,
schedule
you
is the same.
So
Yeah.
Nick, for
We're
your
going back in time.
So for your 21 birthday, right? In 2021 for your birthday, we're gonna go back
to Big Bear.
and
Yeah.
then also have another celebration.
Okay.
Okay, good. Yeah. So everything
That
has to
sounds
be done
awesome.
twice. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Big Bear
We
was
just
rad.
repeat 2019.
So when we
The
play
ultimate deja vu.
so when we play the first show back, we play what we would have played in 2020 and like new material.
we have
like,
to
so-
schedule. Yeah.
Right. So
I think what we do is my birthday next year, we
Uh-huh.
go back to Big Bear,
uh-huh.
spread a new virus that fucks everything up.
There we
Good
go.
call. Yeah.
I
Good
mean,
call.
Yes, yes.
Hopefully, WAP's in your new playlist next year.
We'll play WAP. We'll
will
play
be.
WAP at our new
We'll just spread the most like wicked yeast infection that both males and females get, and just like doesn't stop.
You know, I'm really stoked that WAP still 2020.
Yeah.
Like you don't think anything can surprise you, and then a song,
Yeah.
a song disrupts everyone's. And
Everyone.
they're like,
For like a
what?
day.
What?
For like a
but
day.
but isn't
It's at
it
least a
great?
couple weeks.
Okay.
Pick on the Daily Show.
Doesn't mean shit to me.
Oh, that's cool.
No.
I bet. Yeah.
Like
I haven't checked in with Daily Show in a little bit. I'm gonna have to.
It's like the whitest girl ever. Who's like a country singer.
Yeah.
It's like a demo like A minor C. It's rad. Yeah, it was on the Daily Show.
Well, if you have
Watch the Daily Show.
if you have not heard WAP yet, I think this episode really convinces everyone.
Yeah,
Go
really.
listen to WAP.
It's done.
Down inside of me, quick jump out for you, let it get inside of me. I tell them where to put it, never tell them where I'm about to be. I run down on them before I have a nigga running me. Talk your shit, bite your lip, ask for a call while you ride that dick. You really ain't never got him fucking for a thing. He already made his mind up before he came. Now get your boots, hang your coat for this wet ass pussy. He bought a phone just for pictures of this wet ass pussy. Pay my tuition just to kiss me on this wet ass pussy. Now make it rain if you wanna see some wet ass pussy.
Look, I need a hard hit, I need a deep stroke, I need a Henny drink, I need a weed smoke. Not a garden snake, I need a king cobra with a hook in it, hope it lean over. He got some money, then that's where I'm headed. Pussy A1, just like his credit. He got a beard, well I'm tryna wet it. I let him taste it, now he diabetic. I don't wanna spit, I wanna gulp, I wanna gag, I wanna choke. I want you to touch that little dangly thing that's swinging the back of my throat. My head game is fire, Punani the sunny is going and drying, it's coming outside, yeah. I run on that thing, now the cuz behind me. I spit on his mic and I heat tryna sign me.
Your Honor, I'm a freak bitch, handcuffs, leashes. Switch my wig, make him feel like he cheating. Put him on his knees, give him something to believe in. Never lost a fight, but I'm looking for a beat. In the food chain, I'm the one that eat you. If he ate my ass, he's a bottom feeder. Big D stand for big demeanor. I can make you bust before I ever meet you. If it don't hang, then he can't bang. You can't hurt my feelings, but I like pain. If he fuck me and ask who's is it when I ride the dick, I'ma spell my name.
Yeah, you fucking with some wet ass pussy. Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet ass pussy. Give me everything you got for this wet ass pussy. Now from the top, make it drop. That's some wet ass pussy. Now get a bucket and a mop. That's some wet ass pussy. I'm talking wop, wop, wop. That's some wet ass pussy. Macaroni in a pot. That's some wet ass pussy. Huh?